Ladies and gentlemen, welcome. It is now time to execute Order 66, because this is the place to be reviews, episode number 66. That is right, we have come so far in such a short amount of time, but that's because we're always on the grind. It is me, it is P-double-D, Etep Wakuian, in the place to be reviews right here with all of yous. I am joined this evening by my co-host, the amazing MJ. How you doing, MJ?
Hey, happy hump day.
Happy hump day to you as well. Yeah, and also on the panel this evening, he is the Don of 2 Cents Toys. If you're looking up in the right-hand corner of your screen, ladies and gentlemen, that is none other than Mr. Salvador. Hail, Salvador.
We get our kicks on episode 66.
And that was Little Sidious. And last but certainly not least, he's in the bottom left-hand corner of your screen, repping that arrow over there. Welcome, Brother Will Vendetta, back to the program.
That's right. All I want to say here right now is that 66 is 3/4 of 666, which is the devil's number, which is exactly what I stand against. And anyways, let's get on with the show. I just had to get a little promo in there. It's been a while since I was the priest, you know.
I know that. I was like, I'm gonna start calling him Brother Will Vendetta and just see if I can get him to slip back into gimmick.
Yeah, just a little bit. Yeah, I'll get there.
Will and I, for those of you listening to this, maybe now or in the future, Will and I were both on basically the same shows for years and years on the Michigan independent
Quite
scene.
a while.
Yeah. And I've gotten the ring with you a couple times. We really didn't do much together because it was such a big schmaz or whatever. But yeah, we did do the fall away slam to you down at Manny's in Saginaw. And I was afraid we were gonna kill you because that ring had a fucking hole in it.
Oh man, that ring was dry rotted. It was frozen in the winter, wet in the summer. I mean, we
were dumping pitchers of water.
It was crazy.
Yeah, that was bad. But we have no risk of personal injury tonight unless somebody's boom from their mic falls on them, which I've secured mine because my little co-host was in here unbeknownst to me wearing my headphones the other day. So yeah, we've got a lot to get to tonight, so I'm not gonna do the thing anymore. Hey, if you're here, be sure to bitch slap that like button. If you want to use baby powder, do it. If not, whatever. All right, so we're going to jump right into this. Topic number 1 tonight, and I did a video about this earlier. It ended up being about a 28-minute video, which I haven't looked at it recently, but I was sitting at 1 thumb up and 3 thumbs down, which means I must have done something right. Got some views, but it was about Emperor Palpatine. Okay, and the comic that just came out, Dr. Aphra, I believe that was number 36. Yes, that reveals who actually built the Empire, and it was not Emperor Palpatine, even though we saw the saga unfold from not only the original trilogy, but the prequels especially, which delved deeper into the levels of just dirt and grime Palpatine would commit and go through to make his ends and his goals. And yeah, he undermined the entire Galactic Senate to become Supreme Chancellor by taking the confidence away from Chancellor Valorum. Became Chancellor. I mean, he was behind the scenes the puppet master of the entire Clone War, playing both sides of the fence. Had 3 different Sith apprentices. This guy did it all. And apparently it was not him. It was Imperial Minister Petina Vor. And this is a whammon that they're going back in because she said, this is the quote about I'm just going to quote some of the stuff out of this article. Every fan is going to want to know the woman born Patina Mar Mas Vor, 25 years before Chief Palpatine began his rise to power, married to a lame duck bureaucrat in the Empire's ruling class of competing officers and governors. Patina saw history repeating itself, that below all the bravado, intimidation, and posturing, the expansion of the Empire through brute force was killing it even as it spread, running out of both soldiers and money, and Patina might have led the Galactic Empire to total success, if not for one crucial weakness. Emperor Palpatine had absolutely no idea how to lead. I don't find any truth or merit in that statement, having watched every single one of these movies. Now, even though I'm not the biggest EU aficionado, I've had to do my homework to, come up with some information and things like that. And has anybody else ever heard of this woman before they published this issue?
That's a hard negative, Ghost Rider.
Yep, that's a hard no.
I Will, are you? I never really get to Star Wars.
Will is gone.
Yep.
Is he? I have not. Hang on. Let me come back over here to the script. Well, I'm looking off my notes here, and I did not. So there he is. Okay, let's get him back in here. There you go. All right. Sorry about that, Will.
Yeah, I've been listening.
Okay. All right. So, I mean, have you ever heard of this Patina Mas Mar Macarena before? I say I don't believe they've ever mentioned her anywhere before, and now she's the one that's behind the entire Empire, and she offers her account in the pages of Star Wars Dr. Aphra number 36. This is from Simon Spurrier, Chris Bolson, Wilton Santos. She has reason to assassinate Palpatine, claiming it was all for the sake of the Empire, while others might have seen how doomed Palpatine was as a tyrant and worked the situation to their benefit before the Empire collapsed. Patina acted. I mean, it goes on to say, like, she... Yes.
Oh, okay.
Oh, my God. They're just, like, putting this in. Let's say, I'm going to acknowledge the chat real quick. Flare X, Linklex 7, what is up? Burn it all, watching Gleam. Yep, what's up, guys? Forgot to stop by while the commercials are running. Oh, he's watching AEW. Loudie's texting me updates on AEW. And yeah, oof, yeah. I can't wait for the intergender women's championship match. So no, this whole Palpatine thing, like, okay, so is there any reason? There is no reason for him to be retconned at this point. There's none. Like, if they're gonna put this, character in, are they gonna shoehorn her into episode 9 too, since she's so goddamn important? I mean, I don't understand this. Sal, you have any sort of...
Well, I mean,
anything?
All right. So this is just another time where I cannot remember who had discussed this previously on what channel, but in the agreement between Disney and George Lucas, they could not alter or change anything from the original 6 movies, meaning that they couldn't remake it. They couldn't, like, I don't know. Basically, they weren't allowed to touch those characters, but they could make movies or other canon items that would affect those movies outside of that. So basically, like, they couldn't say, oh, Palpatine was actually a woman that was transitioning to a man. Like, they can't do that because that changes Palpatine, but they can add a character from the outside that influences how we see Palpatine. And that's basically why is more political than what I'm wanting to get into at the moment.
Mm-hmm.
But
loophole.
That's the how. Yeah, that's basically their loophole. That's how we want to tear down the original characters so you'll like the new ones more. We'll make Last Jedi. We'll treat Luke like he's a coward and an idiot and wants to kill his nephew over a bad dream. So that's kind of what they're doing.
Yeah, they just this. Could they make this any more cringy?
Hold their beer.
Yeah, exactly.
Right. Why?
I'm sure they can.
Monica, you just watched A New Hope, right?
Yes.
Okay.
that was kind of my take on it. For not even seeing any of these other movies, I kind of like did some, reading on this. I I don't understand how they could do this. Like, I feel like his character is, like it's done. Like his story has evolved, and why, how, I have no answers. But I also haven't, seen all the other movies, so there's that. Oh no, his little guy is falling.
He's just.
That's what she said. Sorry.
He's barely hanging on there. We just hit 109 subscribers.
Hell yeah.
We had 108 at the start of the show 10 minutes ago, and we got 109 now. So
it's been 109.
It was 108 last time I looked, but
when I looked earlier today, it was 109.
I just got to know. Maybe my I don't know. My notifications are slow, but that's kind of weird. But yeah, I just saw it, so it popped up on new. So welcome, new subscriber. Well, I can't see everybody's names because a lot of people don't have their subscription set to public. So make yourself known in the chat if you are here. Send in a super chat. You're probably sitting back going, wait, what the fuck? This guy's not even monetized. Everything's a super chat. So Monica with a $5 super chat. Hey, thanks, Monica. Hey, friends, there.
Hey.
But no, this doesn't make any sense at all. Them shoehorning this character in, and all of a sudden the most influential and powerful man in the entire galaxy is now just what? Just some bumbling idiot? What is he, Hux now? Is that what they want to do?
Yeah, basically.
They want to make him look like General Hux because, I mean, Kylo Ren is a bitch. I mean, that character is like a bitch. Like I don't even. There's nothing intimidating about, and I don't really have anything against Adam Driver. It's just the character, What's that, Will?
That sounds so creepy.
I don't speak robot. You're beat booping, bro.
Ladies and gentlemen, Kendo's twice.
the Appalachian Americans. There you
I'm
go.
doing my cyborg gimmick.
Oh, you're good. Hurry, speak.
Oh,
we got you now.
No, what I was saying is Kylo Ren looks like what's his name from Grandma's Boy, the one guy that, I can't think of his name. He has a trench coat.
Yes.
How did you see me? Like, it looks like that guy playing cosplay at Comic-Con. I mean, he does.
Emo Ren. I did it in I think it was one of the I don't know if it was Dork Side of the Force or the one of the Star Wars groups I'm in, but somebody posted something about The Last Jedi and it was Dork Side of the Force because they posted an article about the Knights of Ren, and I posted, I was like, oh look, here's a picture off the set of episode 9 of the Knights of Ren. It was just the goth kids from South Park. That's about all they are, is the fucking goth kids. So anyway, this whole, why to me now these comics are considered canon now. This is going to affect the cinematic universe. Well, I guess it's really not going to affect the cinematic universe because this is the end of the saga. So why are they doing this now when I don't get how what their line of thinking is with this?
Because Pete, she somehow survived the fall of the Empire, and she'll be the big bad in the next trilogy.
Like, do they have to? Because I don't want to. This is what I don't want to. Like, I don't want to go see episode 9. Not at all. Like, there's nothing about this that like really excites me. And I tried. I was like, when they released the first trailer of Rey jumping over the TIE fighter, the first thing I did was make a meme of Michael Jackson moonwalking and I put him in the air over the fucking TIE fighter. I photoshopped Michael Jackson's face on Daisy Ridley's, and I don't mind Daisy Ridley. I have nothing against her. It's just a character, and it's silly. It's completely, to me, it's just like, she's so OP'd, it's stupid.
Mm-hmm.
You've got your Gary Stews and your Mary Sues, and she's a Mary Sue.
I feel like this.
Karen, yeah.
So Linkalex pointed it out, but yeah. So this Dr. Aphra character, the limited working knowledge that I have of this character, she showed up after the Disney acquisition, and her whole reason for being is to be a woke character. Like that's it.
Because she's like Vader's little sidekick, right? That's what it is, kind of.
Kind of, yeah. It's basic. So Mara Jade, my limited working knowledge, I was like the Emperor's personal assassin or
Yep.
something like that. And so rather than have Mara Jade, we're like, we'll just make this Dr. Afra lady, and she has robots. She basically has an R2 and a 3PO unit that follow her around. And they have like different little wing ding doodles, like the fucking 3PO unit has like needles or some shit that come out of his fingers, and it's people trying too hard, and it all comes back to this is all fan fiction.
Yeah, that's Ryan Johnson stole my fan fiction.
Yes, sir.
This is ridiculous. Will, did you see The Last Jedi?
I think that's no. I think the last one I seen was the Solo.
What?
Lost interest halfway through it.
Yeah, that's not uncommon, man. That movie was boring.
Yeah, and I felt bad because I'm like, growing up watching the Star Wars movies, I was like, man, this was always so cool, and like, yeah, it just, I don't know, man. The last two that I seen, it was Solo and I think Rogue One, was it?
Oh, Rogue One, yeah.
Yeah, it didn't pique my interest, so I kind of just let it go. I just didn't even do any more research and didn't dive into it much more after that. It just wasn't tickling my fancy.
Well, I mean, they haven't done anything good, man. Solo was boring. Like my wife is like a casual. I mean, she's a casual Star Wars fan. She likes but she digs the prequels. Like Revenge of the Sith is her favorite Star Wars movie, which I'm cool with that because I love the prequels and I think the Phantom Menace. Well, fuck that. Hail the Phantom Menace. First of all, God damn it. Hail the Phantom Menace. But no, the Phantom Menace is
Calm down.
I'm fired up. I'm fired up. The Phantom Menace is an underrated gem, man. That movie lays so much groundwork. But no, Solo was boring. I mean, that movie, and it ended up losing like $85 million because they had to reshoot it after they were 3/4 of the way done. They fired Lord and Miller that were directing that. And well, those are the guys that did the Lego movie. So I mean, I don't know. That makes me. They did Lego Star Wars, I think. So
I mean, I like the Lego movies.
The Lego movie is cool. Solo, not so much.
Fun.
But no, Ron Howard came in and scraped up the rest of those slops. But I know Monica, you didn't see Solo. You don't have to watch that one. Don't waste your time.
I know. I crossed it off the list.
that one's not on. We told you don't have to watch anything of the new movies. Outside of Rogue One is where I liked Rogue One, and I fucking hate Disney Wars. I hate it. I mean, this is not Star Wars.
I'm just waiting for you to watch another one of my movies, and then I'll watch another one of your movies.
We're gonna watch that Snowpiercer.
Okay.
We're the one with Chris Evans and is it Octavia Spencer?
Yes.
And John Hurt.
Yeah.
John. Okay, yeah. So it's got a good cast.
And
that movie's actually really good.
Yeah, the wife and I are gonna watch that one. So
I've been telling him, he just doesn't listen to me.
Well, I'm always live streaming, so her and I never have time to watch movies together. Let's see here. This is like I do 5 to 6 of these a week. So
I'm just picking on you.
It's a lot.
I'm allowed to.
Yes, you are. You absolutely are.
But no, it is good. And the ancient one from the Avengers, Tilda Swinton is in it too. You won't recognize her.
Oh, because she probably has hair in this one.
Oh, yeah, from Doctor Strange, right?
Yes.
Yep, Tilda Swinton.
Yep.
All right. So my last point on this entire topic, because I want to kind of just keep it rolling along here, because I could go on about this for another 2 or 3 hours, is when are we going to see this assault on Star Wars basically? And I say assault because people are going, oh, you're just a neckbeard incel man, baby, blah, blah. Well, here, I can move this out of the way.
The neckbeard.
I will show you my beard is not on my neck. It is very neatly trimmed and maintained. I mean, she's getting long, but yeah, I'm growing out like Jimmy Anvil Neidhart. Because why the hell not? And I'm hiding behind the pop filter. I just prefer to see right here. That's at the Yankees thing because we start the playoffs Friday. Oh, I know the Tigers lost 110 games this year.
Oh, bro.
Sorry.
Hey.
Really blew it.
Sorry.
Goodness gracious.
Mister,
I know.
I don't pay attention to sports ball unless I want to rub it in your face.
Hey, I like I'm a Yankees fan.
I know.
But
How about them Lions?
oh, don't.
God.
We're gonna talk Lions tomorrow morning on Crossing Streams.
Of course, when I'm not on there.
But just skip work and live stream with me and Cody tomorrow morning then.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, Monica, let's just call in. We'll just call in.
Just call to work.
Yeah, I'm not sure that's
That's not adult. That's not adulting.
I feel you.
But no, so okay, so I call it an assault on Star Wars because I mean you're basically tearing down 40 years of pre-established canon in the sake of just shoving in, and it's not even like they're good characters. Like this Dr. Aphra, like you're basically like an SJW character, which is, it is, and that's like, but that's Marvel's MO now with their comics. That's where they're at. That's where most of their comics lie. And it bleeds into the MCU now. I say, is Star Wars salvageable? If you get Kathleen Kennedy in that quote unquote, I say, people like fucking Pablo Hidalgo, who has still blocked me on Twitter. God knows I don't know why. I don't think I've ever tweeted at Pablo Hidalgo, but I do believe it's probably because I'm affiliated with the Fandom Menace and I follow Geeks and Gamers and Comic Artist Pro Secrets. So that's probably why it got me. No, and what's his name? Bryant Young, Swankmotron, blocked me on Twitter too. And I'm not even. Sal, are you familiar with Bryant Young?
No.
He's
smacking me.
You're not missing anything. He's just one of those like little shill Star Wars guys. And
gotcha.
And he's a quote unquote journalist that but the problem is they caught him in chats. He's like probably my age, I'd say. Is that
the guy that was talking and okay, gotcha.
Yep.
We don't need to say any more on that.
Yep. No. We don't need to go any more on that. But yeah, they so he blocked me on Twitter for some reason. And I literally, we ended up on a thread. I think it was one of EVS's threads. And I asked him I basically just asked him a question, and it was pretty sarcastic, but I mean, and he just blocked me. I'm like, what? And then Star Wars Explained blocked like 5,500 people the other day. Some stupid amount of people. It's anybody who follows Geeks and Gamers on Twitter got blocked because I think, I'm like, Jesus, man, like these are the people that run Star Wars. Like if you don't like our product, you're just a shitty incel man baby. You're shitting your pants because there's women in movies. No, it's because they're bad, shitty characters that nobody cares about. I mean, we can post a link in the chat right now to a World Class Bullshitters video, where Jeff goes into Sal Ollie's and like what GameStop or Best Buy, and if there's the Star Wars shit is just rotting on shelves at Ollie's and like in mass. I mean, it's just
You saw the photo I sent you of all those Hoth troopers? I got them at Ollie's.
I wish I hadn't. I would see like I would buy I buy the stormtroopers and like the Hoth troopers because I'm an army builder though, so I buy those like the main characters. Like I bought them when before the movies came out and shit. I went out and bought the fucking Last Jedi figures, and then like now I just gave them to my kid. I'm like, but it's funny because when we play with the Star Wars figures, he always takes those and he separates them and sets them aside. And we've got a little trebuchet, and we've actually fired Rey out of the trebuchet.
Nice.
I'll video that now. I'll put that shit on the channel. That'll probably get some fucking traction. Was that Will?
I gotta ask you, Pete.
Huh?
How cool is it? Like, you love Star Wars. Past that tradition, how cool is that?
Oh, dude, to have my kid like be involved in it. Oh, it's awesome, man. Like he wanted to be like Darth Maul for Halloween last year, but he got sick and he got this fucking one of the dirty kids at daycare. He got a goddamn like rash on his face, so we couldn't do his face up. And I think it was my mom got him a fucking like a Kylo Ren mask and lightsaber for Christmas, and I was like, God damn it, Mom. I'm like, you buy him that bitch ass lightsaber. So we just put the Kylo Ren mask on him, and he still got to go trick-or-treating. But yeah, I had the 2 lightsabers for him to connect and everything, and we were gonna I was gonna get a mask, and I was gonna paint the mask up like Darth Maul for him, but yeah, he got fucking sick and was like, well, we can't do anything, so we just put the Kylo thing on him. And yeah, but it's cool, man. He loves it. Yes, he's got a nice little collection of Star Wars figures, and Sal contributed to that recently. If you saw the unboxing video on the channel, but yeah, man, as far as Star Wars being saved, I mean, Sal, do you think there's any hope for this at this point?
Well, in the immediate future, no. They now remember, this is the best out of a worse, the best, how do they say it, the best of a bad situation. Is let Star Wars die for another 10, 15 years, sell the property back to Fox or anyone, and then just let them come back. Even if I know, spite me down, but even if they got to remake them, then they have to remake them. But so having empathy, I understand that Disney was in a tight spot, that they couldn't, remake Star Wars, so they did a soft reboot and all that bullshit. They were in a tight spot. It was either bring back the original cast at their age, the age group that they were in, or recast them and make it a more immediate sequel, a la, the Thrawn trilogy. Either way, it was going to be dicey. I think people would have been more receptive if they had recast them and done the Thrawn trilogy and done it the correct way and done it right. Instead, they opted to bring back the original cast as basically sock puppets and then shit all over them and then ask us how it tasted. So, but to the to answer your question really further, yeah, there's no saving it in the immediate future. There's nothing in anything they do in episode 9 is going to be cleanup crew. Like anything they try to do, any stop they try to pull to say, look, we made a great movie. It's like the damage is done. Like, and people presumably would be able to see through that. And there's just they're not going to be able to come back from the last 5 years that they've done to Star Wars. It's just it's not possible. So, but I'm sure people said the same thing when episode 2 came out. I liked the prequels. I was at that sweet spot, that age group that it was aimed at.
Yeah.
And I'm sure a lot of people said when episode 1 and 2 came out that they didn't like that. There was no saving Star Wars. And episode 3 came out and everyone loved it. But it was the conclusion, like, okay, this is the end, this is it. And then they have the audacity to say, when they're making this new trilogy, it's to, quote, finish someone else's story. And it's like, motherfucker, the shit was finished. It ended in 1983. That was the end of the story. Balance was brought to the Force. That was kind of the whole thing. The Empire was overthrown. Balance was brought to the Force. The galaxy was safe. That's the end. There's no continuation beyond that. If they wanted to make a continuation, it should have been, I don't know, 3,000 years BBY or something. But it wasn't.
Yeah, they dropped the ball big time. They did. Monica, what do you think from your perspective on this?
No, I am in full agreement with Sal. Like it needs to just go away for a long time, and long enough where people have time to recover and forget about how bad it was. The only thing I'm concerned with about that is the longer that you let it die, I hope it doesn't come back worse.
True.
If that makes sense. You know what I mean? Like, hopefully we're not feeling a beast here, but no, I don't think there's any salvaging it in the immediate future anytime soon.
Let me ask you this as a quick question. What would happen if or let me say it this way. Do you think that we'll ever get to a, like, years from now, if they try to do another trilogy, that we'll have, like, how people are all of a sudden prequel defenders, like, wow, the prequels are really good compared to this? Do you think that we'll have that same situation where, wow, this Rian Johnson movie is actually really good compared to the shit that's coming out now?
Oh God.
No.
You don't think we'll ever get to that point? I
don't see a reality where The Last Jedi is ever more than a 44% on Rotten Tomatoes, just pile of garbage that just blew a hole in the hull of a fucking franchise that is survived. It's stood the test of time. I mean, this goddamn IP is 40 years old. It's a year older than my ass. I mean, it just actually it's a little bit older than me, but it's more than a year. Because the first one came out in 77, so it's 3 years older than me. But anyway, no, I don't see The Last Jedi ever. I see like I could soften my stance a little bit on The Force Awakens, even though it was a blatant copy of A New Hope. I mean, and like I said, the characters, the way The Last Jedi did Star Wars was it did it dirty. I mean, it to quote Monday Night, it raw dogged it, man. It was oof, and it gave it herpes and just never called again. I mean, that's The Last Jedi to me. Is like I can't like I've watched that movie. I think, like I said, probably a handful of times, like because my kid wanted to watch it before I finally said no, we're not watching this anymore, and he was like. And he watched, and like I said, he's 4, so he didn't really know. But I'm like, no, we're not watching this, and so he knows now that we don't accept that as canon in our house. That's just something like that's something else.
We don't believe in that here.
No, we don't take kindly to folks that like The Last Jedi around here. And then my sister's a goddamn Last Jedi defender, so go figure. Go fucking figure. She buys him this Last Jedi book for Christmas. You know where that motherfucker went? Right in my office in the desk, never to be seen again. And my Last Jedi and my Force Awakens DVD are out of my garage, getting ready to make the trip to my parents' house to be pinned up to the board that are going to meet my AR-15, which is going to be on my channel.
Ooh.
I found a canon quote for you.
What's that?
Okay, so I half-assed did this because I didn't write down who quoted it or what site it was from, but I just want to see your reaction for this.
All right.
So, quoted, Marvel is working with the Lucasfilm Story Group, so these comics are 100% official canon for the first time ever.
That's the end of the show, folks. I'm done. Good night, everybody.
No, you can't leave.
Monica, you're in charge. I'm leaving. There's the adults in charge now. I'm leaving. Oh
that was, and I will go back. I promise you, I will go back and find you the site for that. But that was legit, word for word.
Well, what's the lady over at Marvel that runs the comics? Is that Victoria Alonso? Is that the one that said the name X-Men was
yes,
was played as Victoria Alonso? That's
was
probably
that?
Yeah. She was the one that said that. She was the one that said that that name X-Men is played out. So I don't, like I said, all these characters they're throwing in here now are just they're. You see, the writing is on the wall. I mean, and then we've got what is it? They Disney told Rian Johnson basically to stop talking about his goddamn trilogy. So that's like an on again, off again thing. That's like a bad relationship. Like, but we've got the, what is this? Knives Out. I ain't seeing that shit. I don't want to see anything about Rian Johnson. Not a goddamn thing. Especially another a whole trilogy. Like what era of Star Wars are they going to let him do dirty things to? I don't want to say it. He's going to defile it. There, I'll say that. Like, what is it going to be? The Knights of the Old Republic, or are they going to give that to Benioff and Weiss so they can get bored through the halfway through the second movie of that trilogy and fucking phone in the rest of the second movie and the third one and do like they did with Game of Thrones there? I mean, they sign these like J.J. Abrams, like Jar Jar, with his mystery box bullshit. I mean, this guy's already signed. Do you think he has any faith in his own movie? Would he have went over and signed a $220 million deal with Warner Brothers? He's going to go over there and fuck up the DC EU, which if Zack Snyder was bad, I don't trust Jar Jar over there because it's just now in the upswing with Wonder Woman and Aquaman and Shazam. We've had 3 good movies in a row.
Oh yeah.
I mean,
recently just seen Shazam. Actually,
did you? Shazam is awesome.
I liked it. Yeah, it was really good.
But so I don't trust J.J. Abrams' faith in his own product. if you had some faith in the movie that you're directing right now, which is, episode 9, the rise of Jake Soywalker or Ray Skywalker or Rays of whatever this minister, Pina Colada, is that her? That's what I'm gonna call this woman now. She's Pina Colada.
Oh no.
I don't want to ruin that song though, because I actually like that song. I don't want to ruin that song. That'll ruin it for me.
For the drink?
No, I don't drink the drink.
I do.
That's a Fruit Loop. I can't. That's like a female drink. I can't drink that.
It's sugar.
That's like it's a fruit booty drink. That's like me ordering a mint julep or shit like that.
Well, when we're on the island, that's what you order. I mean,
I order wherever I am. There's 2 things I order. One of them is vodka. The second one is vodka, and then if I need a third one, it's whiskey. It's pretty simple.
That's true.
I like rum.
Drink a lot of vodka.
I do. Well, I don't anymore. I mean, I honestly, I've had the same, there's been the same bottle of Kettle One in my fridge for 4 months. I haven't touched it. I drank other stuff, but I haven't touched that. That Cannon Blast got me though.
I got you.
You did. You got me. That shit was good though.
I wouldn't have lied to you.
I trust your judgment, and that was delicious with that root beer. I'll tell you that. It was so sweet it gave me diabetes after the second drink, but I just kept drinking it until I cut my leg off. So I was like, "Fuck it."
That's why you just put a little root beer, just a couple splashes.
Just all alcohol, no root beer, just a little bit of root beer, just all rum. You're good. You're good.
Yeah, it cuts down on the diabetes.
Diabetes. Oh, Lottie's in the chat. Diabetes. He said the mic sounds good. Well, you don't have to thank me for the mic sounding good. You have to thank Mr. Salvador, who I did, because that's who this is courtesy of. So my big ass fucking head keeps hitting because I'm sitting right here.
You're looking pro now, bro.
Well, that's why I'm hiding my face back here. It's like I'm like Wilson from Home Improvement.
Yeah,
Heidi ho, neighbor. I wish I had Wilson money. No, but really, Will, what do you think about, can anybody salvage this mess at this time? I mean, what do you think with Kevin Feige coming in and doing a movie? Where are they going to set his movie? Is it going to be a one-off?
Man, it's so hard to tell nowadays. I mean, it's hit or miss at this point, in my opinion. I mean, it could go. I mean, I don't really have much more to say. I mean, it's up in the air. I mean, I know this is kind of off subject, but I mean, we can Walking Dead, for example. It got dull for a couple seasons there, and now the early review for season 10 is oh, it's back to being awesome again, blah blah. So I mean, there can always be a comeback. It's just listen to the fans. Just give them what they want. To an extent. I mean, obviously, you can't give them you can't put all your eggs in one basket, and then you're screwed in the long run. But you got to give the fans what they want, keep them going. But I mean, it doesn't seem like they're doing that.
They did that with Sonic the Hedgehog. They just said, "Well, we're not going to release this movie this fucking year."
Yeah, I know.
Back to the drawing board.
Oh.
I'd like them to do that. I'd like them to do that with this one. I would love to see Disney bend. It'll never happen, but to see them bend the knee to the fans. Hail Admiral Tiberius, and Coach Loudy's in the chat. Coach Loudy, Flair X, Linkle X, got some peeps in the chat tonight. Be sure to bitch slap that like button. I'm gonna get the baby powder out when I just throw it up in the air and bitch.
Please.
You want me to? I'll do it. I'll do a LeBron up in my office. I'm gonna cover up the toys though first, because I have to dust them anyway. It's about time. It's been about a month since I've dusted, so got to go through and dust all the little football helmets and Star Wars guys that are out, my walker and shit. The rest of them are still put away, but that was one thing that kind of interested me about this news with Kevin Feige. Being, announced to do a Star Wars movie now, is what era are they going to put Kevin Feige in? What are they going to let him do? I mean, I'm sure if Kevin Feige had a good enough idea, they're going to say, Kathleen Kennedy. I think this is a backdoor way of firing Kathleen Kennedy, or maybe not firing her, but replacing her, because her contract is up, and I think it's 2021.
Mm-hmm.
So, because she just signed a 3-year deal at the end of 2018, and that was the thing too, that gave the Access Media, that emboldened them when they signed her to another 3-year deal, because they all were laughing. Oh, the fandom menace thought she was from back. Well, you win some, you lose some. Sometimes you eat the bar, and sometimes the bar eats you. But at least it could be worse. You could be a Last Jedi fan. and drinking blue titty milk. So hey, how's that going over at Galaxy's Edge, Disney? How are them ticket sales? Not too good, huh? I just feel bad for the woman that had to be the scapegoat, and they fired her ass because they designed a shitty park that nobody wanted to come to. I mean, she did. She lost her fucking job because of that. It's like, I guarantee. Oh, go ahead, man.
I want to know what was wrong with Star Tours. That's what I want to know.
I want to know what the hell's wrong with Disney. I want to know what's wrong with you, Disney. You're pissing me off over here. Make me get off my goddamn couch. If I have to put on, we were talking about this earlier, me and Sal. If I have to put on fucking adult clothes, I'm gonna be pissed. Let's see. Okay, wait. Admiral Tiberius has here's a $5 super chat from Admiral Tiberius. Question for everyone. I like to collect certain types of pops. They are cheap, durable, and they are abundant. So does that make me less of a fan of those genres? No, not in my eyes. I mean, I might not buy. I mean, I bought my kid a couple Funko Pops. I mean, but like he plays with this stuff, so it's like to him, you know, I'm like whatever. I bought him at that Comic-Con that me and Monica went to in June here. I'm like, oh, whatever. I got him Thanos. That one's, you know, it's fucking Thanos. That's cool. He got like Martian Manhunter, and I had bought a Daryl from The Walking Dead years ago, and I gave it to my wife, and she was like, "What the fuck is this?" I'm like, "Well, you like Daryl from The Walking Dead?" She was like, "Yeah," and then we ended up giving it to my kid and letting him play with it. So, I mean, no, man, there's no problem. I don't have anybody have a problem with. I mean,
I have Gwen Stacy.
Yeah, that's right. You bought that at that con, didn't you?
No, I got it for my birthday.
Oh, okay.
And then I have one of the, I think it's Civil War Captain America or Winter Soldier, one of those. But no.
Is his uniform red, white, and blue, or is it like gray, black, and blue?
It is. It's in the other room. He doesn't have the helmet, so I think it's Civil War.
Okay. Yeah, the best way to tell is the Winter Soldier.
I know that one.
Yeah, it's kind of the silver and on the side.
It's my favorite.
Yeah. But
yeah, I have the shield that's the grayish blue instead of the red.
Mm-hmm.
It's pretty badass. But Pete, I swear.
I'm sorry, my big ass cup of water sitting on the table where my fucking boom is attached to, and I'm fat and I rolled over.
It's so like loud in my headphones.
It's like, well, it's like I'm like a big ass roly poly over here. So.
Get it together, man.
Well, I guess it's my time to shine on this pop question.
Yes.
The Toy Master.
It's going to be a no from me, only because there are certain properties that don't have like normal action figures readily available, and if Admiral Tiberius is the person I think he is, if you like Warhammer 40K, you either have the tabletop miniatures or that's it. Bandai is coming out with an 8-inch figure, but I guess judge people that buy pops for a property that they don't have toys readily available for, or they're, you know, stupid expensive. But if you are a person who only collects pops, I hope you like those Beanie Babies.
I was gonna say we had a pop question. I was waiting for Logan Michael to pop out from under a rock and be like, "Pop's gay."
True.
I was, man. I was waiting. Let's see. Wait, here's a follow up from Admiral Tiberius. I use mine as display pieces. They're $10 to $15. If you break one, oh well. Versus an $80 to $150 true collector piece. That's my logic. Yeah, I don't have an issue with that, man. I have no issue with that. Well, you broke it down good, Sal. You know.
Yeah, if you have a true collector's piece like that, I'd rather someone buy a pop for that reason. Like they know there might be a chance of it getting broken, instead of these people that are like, you know, casual fans buying a hot toy because for some reason I guess they won the scratcher that week, and now it's, you know, devastated, or they smoke around it. Like it's a gray area. There's no definitive yes no like pops are bad or pops are good. I'm of the mind, like I own exactly 3 pop vinyls, and they are placeholders until such a time that I can replace them with an actual figure. So, and that's it. Like one prime example, One of them is Cthulhu. They don't exactly make Cthulhu action figures. There's like little novelty ones that you'll find at like bookstores and stuff. That's not what I'm looking for. And another one is the Big Daddy from BioShock. They do make an action figure of that, but he's north of like $200, and that's a little steep for that, in my opinion.
Damn
So,
it.
man, I'd rather someone buy them like, you know, if they break, oh well, that's your mentality. That's a good one to have. Me being an actual collector, like someone who purveys and buys vintage stuff that's expensive. That's not going to be in my collection.
Yeah, you don't strike me as a pop kind of guy, Sal.
Yeah.
No, they, like I said, man, I've got a couple of them, you know, give to the kid, whatnot. But somebody had bought me a Rick Sanchez figure, which I promptly gave to my intern. So I was like, I don't want this. I used to be quite a Rick and Morty fan. Will knows. Was it like the entire time in the locker room? It was like me and what was the ring announcer's name with the cowboy hat, Clint.
Yeah.
Always doing. We talked about doing like commentary for one of those Japanese death matches as Rick and Morty, like
That's
dubbing over that
fantastic.
shit. It would have been fun. Because back then I think I drank as much as Rick Sanchez, but no.
One of those things where Rick and Morty was great till the fans killed it.
That was about it, man. Like I was in a bunch of Rick and Morty fan groups back in like 2017, and it was like that was the most volatile fucking fan. You want to talk about intel? Holy shit, dude! Like I'm not using that word. I'm not like, but I mean like these people were like crazy, like, and all of them were like probably like 15 or 16 years old too. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
But it's just I really dug the first 2 seasons of the show, and then like after that it just kind of took a dump at the start. After the first episode of season 3 with the Szechuan sauce, it just kind of took a dump right there.
Yeah, that's fans will kill a property faster than anyone doing it, like any of the people making it. And I used to really like Rick and Morty, and then Hot Topic got a hold of it, and so it spread really fast. And then I was like, I don't like this anymore. The fans are killing it for me.
Yeah, I can't even, like I said, I'll watch occasionally. Like I haven't watched a full episode in over a year. Like if it's on Adult Swim, I won't even turn it on now. I'm just like, I'd rather watch the fucking what is it, C-SPAN, and watch like congressional hearings.
Archer.
Archer. I well, that's comedy. No, so we're pretty much we're out of the Star Wars topic now, and on to topic number 2, and this is MJ. This is you.
Oh, okay. So mine was the re's of Hollywood, the reshoot, reboot, remake. I'm sure everybody is in tune with me and sick of seeing another remake or reshoot, whatever. So my take on that is, if you're going to pay to go see a movie, would you rather pay to see a badly done but original content movie, or a decently done remake?
Remake.
Well, I guess do I go first? Who goes first?
Go ahead, Sal.
Okay. It depends on the topic, which like for example, I'd much rather see an original idea come out of someone, depending on what it's about. Like if they're like, oh, this is a new Alien movie, or this is a new, I don't know, future war movie or something. Like, okay, yeah, I'd rather spend my money on that instead of, you know, Terminator Dark Fate or something like that. In a world of remakes, I'm getting really tired. I understand why they do it, because I'm sure somewhere in licensing agreements or what have you, they have to make a movie every so often, and if they don't, they lose the license. And my view on that is, you know what? If that's the only reason you're making a movie, maybe it's time to let it go.
Yes.
Oh fuck, 10 years is coming up. We gotta shit out a new I don't know, fucking a new alien movie. We got to do it real fast. It's like, why don't you just give it to someone else? If it hasn't been in your radar or in your interest in the last 10 years, give it up. Give it back to the family that created it, or fucking let someone else do it. So that's why we end up with shitty remakes. But in terms of original ideas, there's not a whole lot left. Like, it's not a new thing. People have been adapting books for a long time, long time. But there's plenty of books out there that haven't been adapted yet, and it kind of makes me wonder if the people who write books would just turn their talents towards the screen, what would happen? And I feel like movie studios want to make movies based on a book, or they want to do a remake because there's already a built-in fan base. They know they're going to get their money back instead of trying to make a new movie.
Right.
Prime example, one that comes to mind is a Hacksaw Ridge, which is a fantastic war movie. Was based on real life events and all that, and I don't know if there are any Oscar murmurs for it or anything like that, but it was really good. And I'd watch that 5 times over instead of watching fucking, I don't know, Last Jedi, anything like that. The new fucking Force Awakens.
I mean, I would rather watch the movie, what is that, Zombievers or Rubber, than watch The Last Jedi ever again.
Oh, yeah. Zombie or Deathbed, the bed that eats. Bless you.
Gesundheit. Gesundheit. I would rather see God damn it. I would rather see original content, but I mean, if it's bad original content, I mean, I could give you the, the kind of, at least you tried, but like the movie that opens Friday called Cuck. At least you tried to make
I wasn't
effort.
going there.
I will, because that is
I didn't want to rile you up.
Yeah, that's another story altogether. But I mean, I guess I'll take a subpar reboot, I guess. But like you said, I mean, until some of these people that are, great at adapting these novels can do some, novelizations on the screen that we haven't seen before. Holy shit. This is a testament to how bad The Last Jedi is right here. Wait, Flare X, I'll never watch The Last Jedi. Wait, where'd it go? Right here. Here it is. Admiral Tiberius. I'd rather marry my ex-wife again than watch The Last Jedi. Ouch. Oof. But yeah, so I mean, as far as the reboots go, because I'm going to see, as y'all know, I'm going to see Charlie's Angels.
Woof.
Yeah. I made the deal with Groove. He's going to see Terminator Derp Fate, and I got Charlie's Angels because we went to see the, respective ones in the theaters. Like, I saw the 2000 Charlie's Angels, and then 2003 Charlie's Angels Full Throttle in the theater, which those were fun. They knew what they were. They weren't trying to be something, that they weren't. They were campy and fun. Cameron Diaz is just like this hot nerd. She's just statuesque, gorgeous blonde, but she was like just a goofball, and she played the role well. Lucy Liu and Drew Barrymore. I mean, it was Bill Murray was in that. It wasn't Bernie Mac in one of them too. I think I haven't seen him in forever, but maybe I'm thinking of something else. I don't know. Maybe it's just been a long day, but they were fun. This one, like I said, the first trailer I did the reaction to, I was like, first off, you got Justin Bieber trying to look sexy, trying to dress up like a girl in the beginning of it. And then I was like, oh shit, that's Kristen Stewart. Never mind. I
think she's taller than Justin Bieber.
I think she probably is. I think she might have, I don't know. I think she's
Not that it matters.
I think she's probably picked up more chicks than him too.
Well, he's married, so.
Is he?
He is.
Somebody married. Himself? Yeah, I was going to say, somebody married Justin Bieber.
I don't know. It came out on one of the magazines that was at work.
How
Who's
did they
on the cover.
how do they disguise the fact that he's Canadian and his head flops around when he talks?
I don't know the details. I'm just telling you.
They take care of it in post.
Hey, guy, relax. His head going blah, 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 blah. It's like two halves of an Easter egg, just put little plastic eggs.
But the thing, that first song he did was actually originally called Buddy. He's going, buddy, 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 guy.
I'm never gonna hear that the same ever.
I know.
You're welcome.
If I ever hear that again, which I try to avoid it, that's all I'm gonna hear is Sal singing "Buddy, Buddy."
It comes on in the most random places. I think we were at the ball field the last time it came on.
Oh,
So now I'm just gonna sing it that way.
that's like I used to work at that damn the first radio station I worked at was a pop station, and that's all they played was that kind of shit, and I'm like, no, it was good though because I never had to hear it because I was always pre-recorded. Will, what do you think, man?
I would go with a remake, a good remake over a bad original, only because I mean, if you look at like remakes throughout history, Batman, for instance, has been done multiple times, and there's been a lot of good ones and some not so good ones. So I mean, that can be hit or miss. But with original stories, you're kind of already familiar, so you might already be, captivated in that. A poor original story, I mean, you can just lose interest, and then that's that. It's not going past that. But I am a big fan of originality.
Yeah.
So I mean, a good original film, that's something that like something like trying to think of films that are like what is it, like cult classic films like Boondock Saints, kind of its own original story, and they could do more with that, but they don't, and it's almost perfect though, because everyone just gravitates towards the material and the criteria that's already out, So I mean, maybe a good remake over a bad original is what I would pick for sure.
All right. Yeah, because I don't know. I see. I'm not a Boondock Saints fan though. Like I've seen the first one, and I was like, I'm done. It was cool.
I
mean, it was
we
cool.
Could be friends anymore, bud.
I'm not knocking it. It just I really didn't dig it. Like, and I know Norman Reedus was in it and shit. It was funny because I know Ricky from Trailer Park Boys was in it.
Yeah.
He basically
in it. It's a sweet movie.
he looked the fucking same, but no, man, I didn't. I didn't. It just wasn't for me.
Yeah.
But no, it's like I said, that's one of those cult. That movie, it just developed a hell of a following.
It did. So I mean, it's like the the B-rated horror film movement kind of thing that's going on. I got a lot of friends myself that are really into that kind of stuff. I mean, honestly, dude, I'm a big fan of cheesy horror films too. I just haven't, I'm not as hardcore as some people are about it. But I mean, like the old school, like Hellraiser, Children of the Corn. I mean, the original Night of the Living Dead. I love that movie. I mean,
yeah.
So, that was like that's where like original stories are like, no matter how cheesy they are. I mean, you can try to remake Night of the Living Dead, but it's never going to work as good as the original George A. Romero Night of the Living Dead. So,
absolutely.
Kind of where it ends there.
Okay, so my next then, if there's any reboots or sequels that are coming out that you're looking forward to, I have two. I'm actually really excited for Top Gun and Space Jam 2.
I would have to say I would go with Space Jam 2 because I saw the original one in the theater. I was like, I remember taking my girlfriend to see it when we were down in Detroit. She was from Detroit. We went this little what's the Southland? If anybody's familiar with the east side over there, it's like the Southland Mall. It was the Project Steps, but I went to the theater over there. I remember watching that movie. Oh my god, it was cool because you'd never really seen Bugs Bunny like on that in that kind of and them characters.
Yeah.
It was just fun. It was like a fun movie. And then they have like, Michael Jordan in it, of course, the most Michael Jordan. I still have the jersey I bought, and it still fits me actually. When I was in like what 7th grade, my Michael Jordan like champion NBA jersey. I have like 30.
Oh, I thought you were
NBA
gonna say a
jerseys.
Toon Squad jersey. I was like,
No,
yay, me too.
but, like,
I have both, but
and yeah, but Jordan was like, that was like my favorite, one of my favorite basketball. I was a huge basketball fan growing up. I used
but
to
you
love
got the
football.
3-sport Jordan in that movie.
Yeah, you did. Golf,
Yeah.
basketball,
Baseball.
baseball.
Yeah. So I'm pretty excited for that.
It's gonna be fun.
That's like one of my top 5 all-time lifetime favorite movies.
That movie has an amazing soundtrack too. It really does.
Yeah. So that's my picks.
I'd say that's about the only one I'm excited for. What about you, Sal?
I'm excited for Joker if that counts. And that's about it. Anytime I see remake, I just automatically assume Hollywood's gotten a hold of it. Hollywood's getting weird, so I'm gonna probably pass on this.
Would you classify Joker as like a reboot or original content?
Well, I mean, it's from what I'm hearing online, it's kind of, what is that movie? The Comedian or something that Robert De Niro was in.
Taxi Driver too, isn't it? Something like that.
Well, it's like a cross between all those, but they're using the Joker IP to do it. And I don't know, it just seems. I'm counting that as a remake or a reboot or something because it's a new Joker. It's an IP that exists, but well, there goes that display.
There's so many noises right now.
yeah, I don't think anyone's noticed, but between each topic, I rearranged my display like it's telling a story.
I was paying attention.
I have.
I just dropped all of them.
Oh.
There was a bomb.
Yeah, the skiff tilted. Yeah, I'm excited for that, but for the most part, anytime I see remake or a sequel that should have come out, maybe 2 years after the original came out, I tend to just turn my ears off and like, no, I'm gonna wait until someone I trust goes and sees it and bites that bullet for me. As shitty as that sounds.
That's understandable.
Is that a bad analogy to make about going to a movie theater?
Well, I mean, it's like, so case in point, with that, there are times that I go see a movie. Like I went and saw the Hellboy remake when everyone was shitting on it. I liked it. I thought it was entertaining at least. But a lot of people didn't like it because they were expecting Ron Perlman when it's a new director, new everything. So, but yeah, for the most part, I'm not. I spend my money on toys. Toys don't betray me usually. Star Wars.
Yeah, speaking of which, is that Luke 3-pack video? Is that up?
It's been edited. I was going to upload it after the live stream.
Okay.
So I was very disappointed.
Yeah, we won't spoil it, but yeah, you sounded like you were.
Yeah. Yeah, the feelings from the rant videos continued onto that video.
Oh no. So. It's all kind of rolled in, hasn't it?
Yeah. If you're listening and you've thought about buying it, save yourself $50 and don't buy it.
Wasn't that one? Was your box messed up on that one too?
Yep. I bought one for Jeff. His was the first one that I unboxed, and then the second one was for me, and mine was even more fucked up than the first one.
You can't catch a break with those damn Star Wars figures. Hey, look who it is. Let's acknowledge this because I've had it on the screen here real quick. Admiral Tiberius with a $5 super chat. I would rather get stabbed again than watch The Last Jedi or Cat Pan mediocre.
That's fair.
That is. Where were we talking about getting stabbed though, man? You gotta tell me what's up, Stoners Raiders. Oh shit, man. Nothing but the clouds and the stars right now because it's fucking nighttime. Hey. You want me to go off on some stoner tangents? No. I don't do that. I don't do that anymore. It's
Will, you're up.
I'm up.
You're up.
Yeah.
Giggity.
I'm kind of with Sal on the Joker one for sure. Really excited to see that that multiverse version of him. But no, actually, Mortal Kombat. I've been looking at that. I've been checking that one out. I guess they're remaking Mortal Kombat. Set to release in like 2021.
Oh Lord.
Yeah, the '90s version was sweet and it was
Yeah.
entertaining and cheesy as all hell, but hey, it was entertaining and so yeah, I think that'd be a pretty cool film. You know, and I guess I've read some stuff on it. They're going to include fatalities in it. So I mean, I'm looking to see something kind of like gory, you know, like a Expendables Rambo type feel to it with it, you know, like ripping heads off and shoving hearts down other guys' throats or something crazy, I'm sure. But yeah, I would pick that one.
So let me ask you this, Will. Have you heard anything about the new Mortal Kombat game itself?
No, aside from the last one that was released, is there another one coming out or?
No, the most recent one.
Yeah, no, I mean, I've heard some rumors here and there about like characters. I heard there was a petition to bring in Shaggy from Scooby-Doo.
Yeah, I'm mostly talking. The only things I know about it is that I guess they went for woke for the storyline on that. Yeah, like I guess.
How do you do that?
Well, I guess.
Yeah, I mean, yeah.
For Jax, I guess for his whole if you play through story mode with him and his ideal future reality or whatever, he basically turns the world into one giant Wakanda.
Really?
That's the last I've heard, and they went like Sonya Blade and Luke Cage had a kid, and I guess their daughter is like one of the main characters in the storyline or something. So I'm just curious if it's time to do a new Mortal Kombat movie and then make it like that.
I mean, Sonya Blade, I mean, it's fine. They make her a strong character. I mean, she was in the original. That's fine. But yeah, I mean, as long, I guess, you know, I guess for me, if it makes sense and I don't know how you go, because people would like, oh my God, this is just too violent, you know, like, I don't, you know, I mean, but it's Mortal Kombat. It has to be violent. It has to be guns. There has to be people getting their heads ripped off. You know, it has to be that way. I mean, it's Mortal Kombat. It's like, you cannot water this down and make it good at the same time. It's just not going to happen.
Unless they fight with their words. Verbology.
Oh, Jesus.
Adjectives are hurtful.
They are, and they're difficult.
Back in the day growing up, I was always taught sticks and stones might break my bones, but words would never hurt me. Well, like, that literally doesn't mean a thing nowadays. It's ridiculous how like people, I don't know. That's a whole nother subject I can get on, but anyway, like I don't see how they can. I don't know. You got to keep Mortal Kombat, man. I mean, it's got to be violent. It's got to be gory. You know. You know, screw the storyline. As long as it has the violence and gore, it's gonna work.
Right.
But yeah.
Oh, hang on 1 second. We gotta acknowledge the chat here for a minute. Let's see. Raider says I'm too tired to be woke. Chris Wicks is in the house. Hail, Chris Wicks. Wait. All right, I haven't done it in a while. Here we go. Hang on. I'll turn the camera and I'll do it. Hey, Chris, it's me, bud. Yeah. Taika Waititi, all the way here, New Zealand, yeah. Come on in. I'll ruin your mythos in a minute, baby. You don't know what you want because I haven't given it to you yet. There's my Taika Waititi. I haven't done that one in a while. So Monday night it broke back into Cleveland Brown, but we haven't done that in a while. Chris's apologies. I'm late, back on the road listening in. Hey man, it's good to have you, Chris. Always glad to see your name come into the chat. And Raiders is here. We were gonna try to get Raiders on at the last minute, but like I said, he had a lot of stuff to do today. Had a busy day, so it was okay. And like we talked about, and I think I mentioned in my video, there's no we're not Biggie and Pac, we're not feuding. he's looking for a co-host for a show over on his channel, Raiders the Lost Flicks, which if you don't subscribe to that, you should. And if you don't subscribe to 2 Cents Toys, you should. As a matter of fact, do it. Open up another window. Keep the stream playing. Make sure you're on YouTube Premium. and get over there and subscribe right now. You don't have to leave the stream. So I've been watching the numbers go up and down. We started with like what we had 1, and it went up to like 2 or 3, and it was like 6, and then 8, and down to 4, and we're back to 8 now. So no reason to apologize. Groove, you're fine, bro. Like I said, man, you had shit going on today. It's all good. We got it going on, and we're gonna be on the Fancast Friday night. Subscribe to the Fancast channel too. I'm working on a little something over there. I'm trying to get to do, and also my channel will be debuting in the on the new Star Wars Anything and Everything channel that'll be popping up soon. I will be their first video for their group, and this is basically going to be a channel based on the precipice. You're going to have people like me who are fandom menace through and through, and we do not accept. You see right here, this is it. This is what we represent, man. It's the fandom menace. Without respect, we reject. Yeah, so I'll be doing the first video for that channel, and they're gonna get and the thing is, it's funny because that group is like, it's all like either you're a boycotter or you are or you're anti-boycotter, and I'm like, I don't, I'm not against anybody that wants to see the movie. If you want to go throw your money at something blindly, go right ahead. But no, so I just want to take this opportunity to plug that. Let's see. What do we got here? Raiders, nobody quits me. You can't quit me. You can't quit me, Raiders.
I just want to say hi.
Go ahead.
You wouldn't stop talking. Hi,
Sorry.
friends.
Sorry.
And then he just went into like 10 more things. I was like, wait, I was trying to go back and say hi to Chris and Adam. Okay. I feel better now.
All right, we got a $2 super chat from Admiral Tiberius. Pete, I got stabbed in the back of the thigh. Nothing bad or serious. Okay, that's good. Oof. He said he got hit. He got it with a shank. So yeah, I know what you do for a living. I know what you do for a living. Ouch. My hat's off to you, man. That's what I have my degree in what you do. I never took I got offered a couple jobs and never took one I applied for. But but yeah, man, that's a tough gig, bro. Glad you're all right though. I see he's always in the group in the official Place to Be Reviews group, posting, commenting. So I enjoy that. We do have a group out there. We got a Facebook page, check with Twitter, Instagram, just Place to Be Reviews. We're like Visa, MasterCard. We're everywhere you want to be. Back to you, Monica.
That was the end of my bit, I think.
Was it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Unless you want, I mean, I can throw one more at you.
If you have anything else, we're fine on time as far as that goes for you. I know you have a limited window tonight, so if you had anything else you wanted to add to that, absolutely go ahead.
I believe it was Adam and I talked about this, or Adam was on the stream. Like the original content breakout thing. I think he said it was Once Upon a Time in Hollywood and The Joker was what he was banking on. Are there any other ones that you guys see that's going to be like the shining star in the reboot land?
Dr. Sleep.
Really?
I think that'll be all right. I have faith in Ewan McGregor. Okay.
Okay.
It
justifies it, but okay.
Let me break. I turn the camera on. I'm serious. I'm gonna come off behind this thing. Let me break it down to you like this. Ewan McGregor took Attack of the Clones and made that shit palatable. I like Attack of the Clones, but I like it more for like the weapons and the clones and shit like that. Their vehicles. I mean, I don't mind the movie at all. Like I said, I'll watch that any day before I watch Last Jedi again. I'll watch Attack of the Clones 10 times in a row. If I had to sit through the first fucking hour of The Last Jedi or watch Attack of the Clones 10 times, I will sit there and watch AOTC 10 fucking times in a row. But Ewan McGregor saved a lot of the scenes that, went awry in that movie that he was in. So I think that I didn't think Dr. Sleep looked bad. Did I think that, The Shining needed a reboot or a sequel? No. But the fact that they're using Ewan McGregor for it, that's something that I think that's a tune we can all dance to.
I like to dance.
I know you do. But yeah, that's just my take. That's just my one right there. Would be Dr.
It was justified well. I'll give you that.
Yep, no, and like I said, it just I like Ewan McGregor, and if you've never, what the hell was that other one? He in was it Mulan? He was in, not Mulan, with the Moulin Rouge. Durr. Yeah, he was in that shit too. Was it that? Yeah, he does. He's just versatile. The dude is versatile. So I think if he could make that enjoyable for somebody like me that's not really, I can't say I'm not into musicals
I was
because
gonna say nobody shares your love
no.
of musicals like you.
No, because I was listening to the freaking Greatest Showman soundtrack the other day with the kid in the truck, man.
Because it's
So
awesome.
it is. It really is. So yeah, I'm looking forward to Dr. Sleep.
Okay. Sal? He's not here. Will? Anybody?
Oh, sorry, Joker, and that's about it. I guess Doctor Sleep, depending, because The Shining, Stanley Kubrick, was so far removed from the book that I know of, and I know Stephen King wrote Doctor Sleep, so I'm curious to know if Doctor Sleep is based on the book or if he kind of wrote it attuned to The Shining the movie, and I just wonder what kind of sequel we're going to get exactly.
Yeah.
But I mean, if this question had been posed to me like a year ago, I'd have said like Ready Player One or stuff like that. But yeah, otherwise, not
I
so
haven't
much.
seen that.
Yeah, Ready Player One's actually pretty good. It has a lot of rewatchability only because there's lots of little Easter eggs and nods and little characters that you see in the background that you don't see the first time you watch it.
Okay.
I
Because
got like 10 minutes into that and fell asleep. Not
Really?
because the movie, I was just exhausted.
It's good. It's worth a watch.
I'll have to go back and watch it.
Yeah, I was wondering about that because I wanted to go watch it with, or I wanted to rent it. If it was something that Trey would like, I know it's a lot of 80s stuff, but like he knows a lot of that shit now because of me. But so I figured it was like, it looked bright and colorful and like something that he would probably get into, like like when the first time he watched Into the Spider-Verse, which we just watched again today for like the 30th time, but but that movie's kick ass. So no, but I'll probably check it out then.
Oh, and also I guess I could say I'm cautiously optimistic for the new quote final season of the Clone Wars and Mandalorian and Obi-Wan the TV show. Cautiously optimistic is what I'm saying.
I was going to say, I feel like that needs to be the new title. Not excited or looking forward to. It's optimistic.
Cautiously optimistic.
Yeah.
Yep, that's where I'm at with those two, Sal. Because actually, I was just talking to my sister about this today because she's getting Disney Plus, and I told her because she's got Hulu and she's just gonna add it on. I said, here's the deal, because I feel bad. I'm like, I'll pay for the Disney Plus thing, so for you. So I'm gonna throw it a couple of dollars a month to add that onto Hulu.
I think it's like $12 a month, and you get Disney Plus, Hulu Premium, and ESPN.
Yes, that's what I'm saying. I pay $9 a month right now for just Hulu. So why would I not just give them $3 more? And I have ESPN too.
Yep. So I'm gonna check that out. I got yeah, because I want to watch The Mandalorian, man. I do. I'm not gonna lie, I do. And this is the thing, like, and this is the beautiful thing about the Fandom Menace is that we're not sitting here. Oh, I can't believe you want to watch that. It's Disney. No, man. If something looks good, that is the thing about us, is in our kind of our group, I guess. And me and Sal, we talked about this, like your tribe. Everybody wants to find a tribe, and it's like we we're all from different backgrounds. We all came together over a common theme, but we're more discerning consumers than just your average normie that just goes out and consumes based on label, a product label. Or a brand. We're not brand loyal. I am product. I want quality, not quantity. So that's the way I look at it. Like, and I make this analogy to the Marvel movies all the time. And Raider says, "How about you all give me an extra $3 a month, and I'll tell you everything you need to know about hockey."
No deal.
Darth Tico, I figured out your secret identity. You know, I sent you a friend request, or not a friend request, but an invite to the group, and I'm trying to think of. I'm pretty sure I remember who you are, because I send out, I go through and I'll send them out, and I'm like, and then it's YouTube handles, and it's I understand people not using their real names on YouTube.
Yep.
Well, mine is backwards, so I really don't. But I don't give a shit. I don't really care. It's not like it's not easy to find out who I am anyway. So, here, let me fucking turn the camera back on, hi, right fucking here, you don't want my identity. Trust me, you'll give it back.
Yeah.
But no, yeah, I like the Marvel movies are just, it's too much. It's too much just, and they're talking in 2021 about putting there's going to be 4 Marvel movies. Why? That's too much. That's what she said. That's too much. You don't need 4.
That is not what she said.
Yeah, she did.
So
Shots fired.
so they can blame Marvel fatigue when they ultimately crash and burn.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, because you've got what is it? Black Widow's next year. I just did a damn deal, and we talked about this Monday. But I mean, it's like the Shang-Chi.
Mm-hmm.
It was Shang-Chi, Doctor Strange, Spider-Man. Well, go ahead, bro.
Say Shang-Chi, aka sorry for Iron Man 3 and Iron Fist.
Yep. Yeah. That's basically it. They're like, look, we have a karate movie, but it actually a character, and it's an Asian.
Yeah.
Well, people were mad that Danny Rand wasn't Asian.
Danny Rand was never Asian.
So
No.
yeah, that kind of.
Well, I was talking about that. Was it they just, I don't know, man. They seem to fuck. I don't know. Like Shang-Chi, I never even heard of. And then I was listening to, I can't remember whose video it was, but they were talking about Bruce Lee was actually, Stan Lee wanted to do a TV show, and he wanted Bruce Lee to play him in the 70s.
Mm-hmm.
So that would have been pretty fucking cool. I mean, can you imagine a Bruce Lee and like that character would be a hell of a lot more relevant now,
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
but
for sure.
But he's apparently getting a movie, so it's whatever. I mean, like I said, I don't have anything against the fucking character. Like I said, I just don't know who he is, I mean, and then but that's a whole nother topic. And it's right now. Wait, are you wrapped, Monica? Was that
Yeah, I'm good.
Okay. So we are on to and while we're talking MCU, we might as well go in. It's time for Sal. We're up to topic number 3. Sal, take it away.
We're going to talk about Daredevil in the MCU. And specifically Charlie Cox's Daredevil from the Netflix series, and we're going to talk about my fifis on that.
Let me get my popcorn.
Yep, I'm about to start making sense. So I guess they've decided that it would be a good idea to bring Charlie Cox back as Daredevil, not Daredevil, but specifically Matt Murdock to be Spider-Man's attorney, possibly in Spider-Man 3. It's a rumor floating around at this point. And I feel like they're kind of grasping because a lot of people felt slighted when all the Netflix shows were canceled. And I don't know if this is 100% sure, but it's been reported to me because anytime I complained about Ali playing Blade, that he also played. Yeah, that's what I said. And because he played Cottonmouth in Luke Cage, and so I was like, he's already played someone in the MCU. He can't do that. People have said that's no longer canon, which brings me to my first point about them cherry picking canon within their own MCU, just like they did with Star Wars. So it's like, okay, so Luke Cage doesn't count anymore, but Daredevil does. So what about his interactions with Luke Cage and the Defenders? That like, where do they draw the line when they start cherry picking what they want from the Netflix series to fit into their MCU? I don't know if anyone else had opinions on that.
My opinion is why? Yeah. This is such a bad idea. They've already had like 4 TV shows or like proposals for TV shows that tanked and didn't even get on air prior to the Netflix show that just tanked. And then I think they had 2 movies lined up too. But yeah, I don't understand like and that was a big controversy when Chris Evans was in Fantastic Four and then turned around and played Captain America. So same kind of deal there. But why this makes me angry. And also, I'm going to rewind a bit here because there was some report a couple years ago, actually it might have been when the Netflix Daredevil was released, that Marvel was trying to kind of sweep it under the rug that Daredevil and Spider-Man are like a team. You know what I mean? Like they're legit in comics, like they go together. And Marvel was trying to kind of keep them separate and act like they had nothing to do with each other. And now all of a sudden, we're gonna make a Daredevil movie or Spider-Man 3 movie and put Daredevil in it because now we want him part of. Like it makes no sense. It's annoying. So that's my thought there. PD?
Well, I was gonna say, yeah, I did a video on that the other day. And I didn't watch the Netflix show. What was the villain from that? Kingpin? That was Vincent D'Onofrio.
Yes.
I watched probably one of the most, I guess, the most brutal scenes from that run when he smashed was that Russian guy's head in the door until it was just basically mush. But yeah, I think it, at this point, I don't mind them bringing the character in, not at all. But to bring him in, I mean, I guess if you want to just bring him into Spider-Man 3 and use that to kind of prop him up on and, get him out on his own, I'm all right with that. But if you're taking Spider-Man, now see that's one thing they could do is put him in Spider-Man 3 and then turn around and pair him up in a Daredevil movie, because they're going to sign a new deal with Sony. I fully believe that Tom Holland is probably going to be doing double duty between Sony and Marvel, at doing like the adjunct Venomverse over in there.
Well, I assume that's why they're bringing him into quote unquote Spider-Man 3 is so that they can set him up for a Daredevil movie. But why? That makes no sense. So, like I said, I think there was like 5 or 6 projects that already failed, like didn't even make it to production, and then they just had the Netflix show fail. So why?
Well, what about New Mutants? We ever going to see that? That fucker's locked away in Area 51 with Snyder Cut and Jimmy Hoffa watching the Snyder Cut. Jimmy Hoffa's seen the New Mutants movie like 15 times now. It'd probably win an Oscar. They've had like 3-4 years to work on that bitch. They've been editing it. Think we can release it yet? No. Can we release it yet? No. We shot this movie 15 years ago. Half the cast is dead. Can we release it? No. Litigation. We can't do that.
I mean, I would like to see Charlie Cox be the Daredevil in the MCU. I don't think each of these characters necessarily need their own film. Just do like, guest starring or cameo roles throughout the MCU films. But Monica, I do understand your frustration because it is weird, like, going back to like the Chris Evans thing. I mean, it throws people off, but obviously nobody remembers him as in the Fantastic Four really like they do Captain America. So, no, Charlie Cox, man, I just like his portrayal of Daredevil. But I mean, and this is a very unpopular opinion, I like Ben Affleck too. I didn't think that was the Grizzling Boo Boos or nothing, but
that movie was horrible.
Yeah,
it wasn't just Ben Affleck though; the entire movie was horrible.
I've kind of blocked that out of my conscious.
The director's
I'm
really good.
attracted to cheesy things, but yeah, I really like the version of Charlie Cox's Daredevil and John Bernthal's The Punisher. I think those two are awesome, and for them to be in the MCU, as long as they remain this, have the same character, the same aura, the same personality that they did in the Netflix shows, I think it'll be fantastic. But no, I don't want to see any watered down kiddie versions of it, of course. But You know,
I mean,
think
you will
that's
because
pretty cool.
PG-13.
Yeah, because it's the
Right.
MCU.
No, well, I mean, no, understandable. You know, obviously the Punisher can't be, you know, stabbing people with broomsticks in Disney films, but you know, they can still have that rugged, you know, gimmick that he has. That, you know, and so on and so forth. But yeah, I mean, I would dig it. I would definitely dig it.
Marvel went bankrupt over Daredevil at one point. So
Did they?
yes.
Is that when they
I didn't
started
even know
leveraging all their properties?
that. Yeah, right.
Like doing that licensing shit?
Somebody,
Because, yeah, they were bankrupt.
Yeah.
And
did you know that I will take the shows over the movie, the Netflix
Yeah.
series over. Oh, that
Well,
movie, it was just bad.
They're talking about moving the shows to what was it, FX or Hulu or something. I mean, I'd be cool with that too. I mean, I just there's so much more they can do with these characters. I mean, it's you know they're like
Yeah.
I want to see the Punisher. Not, you know, I want to see John Bernthal come back as the Punisher, but yeah, that's the problem. Is it's not going to be like the TV show. You know, we're gonna get, but they'll probably flip the Punisher and make him like, I don't know, the fucking be like Nyla Rose or something like that. So.
Oh no.
Gotcha, bitch.
Did you like my picture? I made Nyla Rose.
I did.
They
I'm gonna get heat for this. I'm gonna get heat for this.
From me?
No.
Oh, I was like, no, I'm not
No.
even going there.
I
They
see you out there,
created
haters.
they created the Avengers because of Daredevil. Like that's why the Avengers was a thing. Fun
Really?
fact of the day. Yeah, because the first episode and Stan Lee's like he's quote I think it's in his autobiography. His favorite comic book is the Daredevil episode 47. But no, his Daredevil's like the first episode wasn't ready for print. So Jack Kirby and Stan Lee decided to put all these characters together, aka the Avengers, because they could have a book ready for print that didn't need a huge background story, origin story, whatever. So that's how the Avengers came to be.
Okay.
Before Daredevil was released.
Wow. Monica's dropping knowledge. Look at I got to take a minute here. We're at double digits. We got 10 people watching right now. Let's make sure we got 10 bitch slaps that like button. Or as Adam says, lick the like button.
Please and thank you.
Please and thank you. I'll be more polite.
Muff button.
Yeah, but that's what I say when I share Jeff's videos. Pound that muff button. So like, share, and pound the muff button, or whichever your method of. Oh, I said we got 10 viewers and we lose 2. Now they're just dicking with me.
I think one of them might have been me. I just closed out of YouTube. Sorry.
There we go. Well, thanks for building. Why do you build me up? We're down to 7. I'm gonna stop talking. All right.
At least I admitted to it.
All right, which brings me in a roundabout way to point number 2, which is why though. Like if they went through all this trouble to say that Netflix isn't canon and all that kind of stuff, like why bring Charlie Cox, Matthew Murdock into Spider-Man 3? Like, I'm trying to figure out their MO on this. Like, they actively didn't try to save it with Netflix. They let it die for a while, and it makes me wonder if they're hurting and they're trying to do anything they can to bring put butts in seats.
Yes.
Capitalism, absolutely. They know the fans want them. They know the fans like them.
Okay, pause. Thank you, Alex. Time in. That was my whole point, is that I feel like they're just roping him into Spider-Man 3 to create another horrible Daredevil movie. And yeah, I don't know. It doesn't make any sense.
Not at all.
Nope. I can't make sense of it.
I like this guy with the Green Arrow avatar. Shout out to you, brother.
Good old Linkolex.
Yeah.
Yep. Yeah, what's up, Linkolex, man? We got to get him back on the show soon. Oh yeah, and are you still on your number 2, Sal?
We can move past it because
No.
we covered part 2 in part 1 in a roundabout way.
That was my
Okay.
bad. I jumped right into the why. I'm sorry.
That's okay. Besides, part 3 is a much more interesting topic, which is get your popcorn ready, because Uncle Salty is gonna explain to you how I think
These
they
are my
should do it.
favorite. Okay, go.
So
Uncle Salty.
here's how they should do it, and this is my humble opinion. Of course, spoiler alerts if you haven't seen Far From Home. J. Jonah Jameson reveals Spider-Man's his secret identity to the world. And so Peter Parker's going to need a lawyer to some degree to either help hide him or something to that effect, like defend him in court because he actually didn't do all those things, yada, yada, yada. However, until such a time should arise, and this speaks to the Punisher, I think it would be a really neat way for them to bring the Punisher in, because Punisher's kind of famous appearance is a comic book cover of him hunting Spider-Man. So maybe have Punisher be tied to that somehow, like Spider-Man, quote unquote, led to the death of someone that he cared about, or he's just tired of, X, Y, and Z. And that'll bring, that dynamic in where Charlie Cox knows who the Punisher is and vice versa, and kind of gets another friend on board. And I just think it'd be really interesting with all the villains that also exist and the people, especially the villains that know Spider-Man's identity. It could be a Spider-Man, Punisher, Daredevil versus the Sinister Six in that movie, and they could build their own universe just based on that, just with Spider-Man, all of his villains, and those two. If they want a new franchise, they should do that.
Dude, my head would explode. That would be awesome. I love that idea.
Yeah, you're making too much sense talking about the Sinister Six. You have piqued my interest.
Oh, Pete and his
Yeah.
Sinister Six.
I want a goddamn Sinister Six movie.
I
and
know
will
you
stab
do.
somebody if I don't fucking get one.
I'm not. Go ahead.
No, I'm sorry. I didn't want to.
No,
But I
fine.
like the idea. Going with that, what Sam said. The Punisher being involved. He finds. But then he finds out like Peter Parker's just a teenager. It seems like Frank Castle has a soft spot for kids. Being that he lost his own, so he's kind of. So then that could all kind of tie into it as well and make sense. That would work. That would work. That would be sweet. I dig it.
But they won't.
No, probably not. But I mean, we can all hope and dream. We could write our own script, and we could all just meet somewhere, and we'll film it our damn selves. Let's do that.
Hell yeah! I got enough toys. I can figure it out.
This will we
Let's
can do a stop motion one.
I look good in tights, so I mean, I'm down.
I can
edit. That's about it.
So I don't know if anyone else had any kind of ideas on what they would like to see or how that dynamic play out for Spider-Man 3 if and they do add Charlie Cox in more than just a role. Like I fear that it'll end up being like Jeff Goldblum in Fallen Kingdom, like he'll be in it for 5 minutes just in random court scenes and that's it.
Yeah.
It'd be a waste though.
Yeah. I'd also like to see Foggy show up just
Oh, yeah.
because that actor going from Mighty Ducks to appearing in the MCU like proper, I think it'd be good for him.
Yeah.
My honest opinion for Spider-Man 3, I feel like they're gonna pull season 1 Arrow. Was that season 1? Where they, pretend Oliver or what's his face? What's the big black guy's name? Help me. Yeah, where they put him in the suit, and so obviously Oliver can't do it. Blah blah blah. I feel like that's what's gonna happen with Spider-Man.
I think that was yeah.
You see where I'm going there?
Yeah, but yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, definitely.
That's what I think is gonna happen with Spider-Man.
I mean, that could be.
I mean, they could still bring in,
too.
Daredevil to be the quote unquote lawyer for that. But that's what I just feel like they're gonna borrow from Arrow for a movie.
Oh no, this is how they're gonna bring in I see they were talking about using She-Hulk as his lawyer.
Yeah, I heard that too.
But yeah, And if it comes down, now, even be it that Daredevil is, and I don't want to use the word disabled because he's such a bad motherfucker. Just because he's blind doesn't mean he's disabled.
He's differently abled, Pete.
Differently abled. Here they come. Wee. There comes the
Ree-woo.
the PC police come in. Ring. There's Brie Larson. Thank you very much. No.
Barf.
Sometimes I just can't help it.
God.
But she has great form on her pull-ups. Didn't you see that?
Oh
Where
my
she uses her entire
God.
body to hoist
That is
herself
not
up.
a freaking pull up.
That's like a cheap ass CrossFit pull
It's
up.
not a chin up, not a pull up.
No.
That is trash. That makes me
trash.
Yeah, those pull ups were trash, and this is gonna get Monica all fired up because she used Brie Larson's entire workout routine as her warm up.
Like, honest to God, if I just go find a pull up bar, I can jump and do 5 of them, no problem, that without any warm up. So her skinny, long, lanky ass should be able to do at least 3 legit pull ups.
My fat ass could even do 5 regular pull ups now. I mean,
That's what I'm
shit.
saying. Like, 5 should be standard.
I'm getting tired just talking about it.
Bless
you.
That's why I said I will give her 3 just to be like, nice. But
here's
Alex.
here's a $10 super chat from Link7. I'd pay money for a Monica versus Brie fight.
Wait, who you put your money on though? That's the question.
I'm putting my money on you.
Okay, good.
I feel like that would go very much in the way that Ronda Rousey's last fights went.
Like when Holly Holm knocked her the fuck out.
After talking all that smack, what was it, 7 seconds and gone?
Mm-hmm. Night. Yeah, I think Monica would just be like she would uncoil this tiny little ball of rage and just destroy her. Yeah, let's see. Wait, here we go. Right here. Like Alexa, where'd you put your money on? Monica, of course.
Yay.
Raiders. I'd vote for MJ.
You guys know I'm 5 feet tall, right? She's like 5'9".
She ain't 5'9". Brie Larson. Hang on. Okay, Google. How tall is Brie Larson?
Bless you.
Gazoon tight. She is 5'7".
Oh.
Do yourself a favor and do not Google Brie Larson feet.
I don't want to. She seems like she'd have nasty ass feet.
You ever seen like an owl's feet or bald eagle feet up close?
No.
Yeah, they're like claws.
Yeah. Why are we always talking about feet on here?
Because it's in the chat.
It's freaking gross. But I want to know. I don't want to know, but I'm a little curious of why you would know not to Google her feet.
She wore some kind of dress to some red carpet event or other, and it circulated the internet. Just people zooming in on her feet, and she's got I'm 6 feet tall, so I've got some pretty large hands and big fingers, and my fingers could maybe match up to her toes.
Yeah, she has toe fingers or finger toes.
Hey, dude,
they're weird.
Toe, though,
okay.
The toe next to the pinky is
okay, I'm done.
Though.
I'm out.
Yeah, like one of her toes is piggybacking on the other one or something. It's weird.
Stop! Can we move on?
Why are we talking about Brie Larson's feet? They're not even nice.
I'm gonna throw up.
They're not even nice. Like, I can appreciate them if they're well manicured and taken care of, but hers are just nasty.
All right, what do we got?
So the last little thing I have to say about Spider-Man 3 is the death of MJ is going to happen. That's my prediction. Because Zendaya is gaining steam and speed on she's got her own show on HBO, and she's starring in a show on HBO, and I feel like that she's going to take that as a chance to jump ship, and just they already know Spider-Man's identity. That means everyone close to him is in danger. So she's going to take her chance to chuck deuces, get killed out of the MCU, and try to add depth to Spider-Man right before he gets shipped off to Sony.
Before he gets shipped off to Sony, we get grown-up Spider-Man finally. God damn it!
Yeah,
we get grown-up Spider-Man. No more this little high school bullshit. Oh wait. Like Lex 7. Hang on. Then Spider-Man sells his soul to the devil to save MJ, make her white, and gets his identity back.
Yeah, that's 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 the One More Day storyline where he makes a deal with Mephisto and all that kind of or Mephistopheles, I think.
Is it Mephistopheles? I don't know.
It's either Mephisto or Mephisto. Well, I think Mephisto might be short for Mephistopheles, but
Okay.
yeah, he's like the Marvel actual literal devil for them.
Okay.
So it was this whole big thing where it was like they wanted to make Spider-Man basically unbeholden to the responsibilities of being a husband and a father, and it's all fucked.
Damn. Sounds kind of. I thought it was joke fun. Like, God damn, this way because I know how Alex jokes. I was like, is that a joke or is that's real? That's the actual story arc, huh? Huh. I'd blame you if you were purple. I'm
1/10
I'm
purple.
1/10 insensitive. Jesus Christ. It is fucking going on in the chat and the place to be right now. I'm telling you, it's fire in there. Raiders and Lincoln 7. Hey, motherfucker, you talking about Brie Larson's feet and
Stop it.
like I said, them bitches ain't even nice. Like they're not nice.
Imagine taking the Sweet Chin music with that foot, bud.
Oh my god, I'm done.
She'd like take her toes and like grab my fucking goatee with it and be like grab it like this. Like
she'd invent a new move like the super kick fish hook.
It'd be like what the hell movies that we watched on Adam's channel? Miami Connection. Like 2 movies in a row. Yeah. 2 movies in a row. It was like every movie had goddamn dirty ass feet in it. And then the one dude that was like because the Miami Connection, they were all like karate, like ninjas, they all like lived together. And the little Chinese dude was always like fucking doing something with his feet and like somebody's face. Like he grabbed the one brother by the nose, I think it was, or one of the other dudes in the house.
Really?
Grab him. Oh yeah, dude, it was funny. And they're like, it's like, God damn, with these dirty ass feet. We're like, what is this? Are you Quentin Tarantino?
All I got to say is that she does get in the ring with Monica. They're gonna have to make her wear boxing gloves on her feet.
She'd be disqualified for that.
It'd be like getting punched by a kangaroo kick. That's what that would be like. Monica, you have to duck that. You duck that shit and just uppercut her and knock her out. That's how I see that happening. Monica would like duck a kick and just like there'd be like an uppercut, but then it'd just be like a grip by the back of the head and just like a series of uppercuts. Let's see. Wait, Brie also needs a cup to protect those imaginary balls she thinks she has.
True.
Yes. Thank you very much. All right. So was that no? So Spider-Man 3, Daredevil. I mean, I wouldn't mind it. Like I said, to me, it wouldn't. I would rather see him than She-Hulk. You know, she's got her own show. Give Daredevil a cameo in Spider-Man. I thought I knocked my damn jug of water over. I moved off the table so I'd stop banging into it. Monica wouldn't yell at me.
You're fired.
She's fired me so many times. I don't even know. But no, man, I think it'd be cool to use that, you know, get the audience refamiliarized with the character. You know, obviously that'd be cool if they kept like I said, I've only seen a little bit of the the show. I haven't sat through a whole episode. I just watched clips of it on YouTube. And was it Charlie Cox? I think if you can, keep him. Absolutely. I don't see that. He seemed all right. He's better than Ben Affleck at it. So, and like I said, I've never even watched a full episode. But Spider-Man 3, Part 2, Electric Boogaloo, The Quickening. Jesus Christ.
I love that episode.
Oh, Alex, you're killing me, bro. I love it. No, but I don't know. So I think it'd be cool to see him in Spider-Man 3, Sal.
Yeah. It'll be better than Xanadu anyway.
Xanadu. Oh my god. The only thing I can think of as Xanadu is that episode of Seinfeld where George has the key to his own bathroom, and Jerry goes in there, and it's like paradise. Jerry walks in, he's like, it's Xanadu. But yeah, I'm aware. I have seen that movie. long time ago because my mom, I think I watched it with my mom as a kid. I was like, what the hell is this? It's bright and colorful. Oh, Jesus, this is bad. It was no Solar Babies. It was not as good as Solar Babies.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see. Wait, Lincoln7 says, I still think Marvel is going to troll us and only have Jessica Jones and Iron Fist be canon. I bet Pete's money on it.
Jessica Jones is one of those shows that I watched it because I absolutely adored David Tennant and his work. And then once they killed him off after the first season, I was like, I'm not watching any more of these, and I never watched another episode of hers.
I've never seen it. Never seen it.
I tried with the second season. I kind of lost interest.
Yeah, it got apparently got super duper woke. Like, if first season was like woke NES, second season was apparently woke N64.
Oof. Oof. Oh damn. Yeah, that because I remember Jeff talking about that on World Class.
Mm-hmm.
Who'd Iron Fist Jessica Jones? I think Kristen Ritter's hot.
Yeah.
I do. I think she's kind of hot. So
I just remember when she OD'd on a bed.
I was about to say that. I was about to just mention that.
What movie was that?
That was Breaking Bad.
Oh, okay, that explains it. I've never seen it.
Yeah, Heisenberg shows up to save Jesse, and because he relapses and he shows up and she's like ODing on the bed, and he just picks up Jesse and lets her die.
Cold as hell, man. Cold
Yeah,
as hell.
she's only in like 5 episodes, so it's not really that big of a spoiler.
She's also in Veronica Mars.
Never seen it.
No.
You
I like
guys
Kristen.
Veronica Mars?
I'd clap Kristen Bell, but I've never seen it.
Oh
yeah.
Well, that's why it's worth watching. Yeah, my fiance loves that show, and I kind of got into it. And it's actually really good, and yeah, she's one of the main characters in it.
Alex, you beat me to it. He said I did like Ritter in that show. Don't trust the bee in Apartment 23. I watched a little bit of that. Yeah, that show was fun. She was good in that show, man. If any of y'all ever seen that, Don't Trust the Bitch in Apartment 23 with Kristen Ritter, it was funny. I think they only did like one season of that though, didn't they? If they even finished the first season, I can't remember because I only saw a couple episodes.
Netflix, I think.
It might. I think it might be. I don't know. But yeah. So are we wrapped on Daredevil?
I believe so, sir.
All right. Well, that brings us to do this here. Topic number 4 for the evening, and this is brought to us by Will. This is the crisis. There you go, my man. Go ahead. It's all you.
All right. Well, I just you guys. I know Pete. We've talked about it a little bit, but does anybody watch the Arrowverse? Any of those shows? Anybody into that?
I've only seen the first 2 seasons of Arrow, and that's it.
Okay.
I've seen all of Arrow and
sweet.
2 seasons of Flash.
So this will probably be more of me and Monica discussing this one.
Pete.
Sorry.
No, you're good. I mean, we're all nerds here, so I'm sure we all got something that we can talk about with it. But like, I've been a huge fan of the Arrowverse since pretty much the beginning. And yeah, so like I'm really stoked about this Crisis on Infinite Earths. So I think like 2 days ago, it's confirmed now that Smallville's Clark Kent, Tom Welling, is going to be reprising his role as Superman in this Crisis on Infinite Earths. And even if you don't watch Arrowverse, I'm sure anybody who's a DC fan knows Crisis on Infinite Earths and the storyline with that. So it's really cool to see this being brought on the small screen, I guess. So just a little rundown of Crisis on Infinite Earths. Basically, it's where all the multiverses eventually come together, and they have to fight, one major big bad or whatever, and then all the multiverses come together into one world. So there's been a lot of rumors, a lot of things going on, and it looks really cool, man. So it's confirmed that there's going to be 3 different Supermen, which is what's really cool. Is Tom Welling is going to be, doing his role again, and Tyler Hoechlin, who's been the Arrowverse version of Superman, who's pretty decent actually, and Brandon Roth. If anybody's ever seen Superman Returns, he was in that with Kevin Spacey's version of Lex Luthor. Well, he'll be bringing his version of Superman, which is cool too, because he also plays the Atom on Legends of Tomorrow and Arrow. So Brandon Roth will be doing that. So that's pretty sweet to see. So yeah, that's But aside from that, they're bringing in other DC characters as well. Like Linda Carter is going to be Wonder Woman.
Nice.
Who else are they bringing? There are so many. Michael Rosenbaum is also, I don't think he's confirmed, but also rumored to be Lex Luthor. And John Cryer is actually the new Lex Luthor right now, so that's pretty cool.
I saw that in Supergirl.
Yes. Yeah.
And is that his daughter, Lana?
Yes. Lana
Okay.
Luthor. Yeah. No, not. Oh, what? Crap! I can't remember. I'm still behind on Supergirl, so I can't remember. But yeah, they have Lex Luthor's sister is like a main character in it right now. But yeah, and then there's so many, there's been so many rumors, and like a lot of it's being Kevin Conroy, the guy who plays the voices the animated Batman show. He'll be doing Batman for the Arrowverse. So that's cool because they've never done Batman. They've teased it for years. They teased it in the Batwoman's, when she was introduced in the last year's crossover. So that's going to be kind of cool to see. And another rumor was having Mark Hamill play the Joker, live action Joker in this crossover as well. Which makes sense because he's played the Trickster. Mark Hamill was actually the Trickster in the original Flash in the early 90s, and he played the Trickster again in the recent Flash. So that would make sense to have him as Joker as well.
He was so good as the Trickster. He really was.
Yeah, and I think he'll be great obviously be great as Joker.
Yeah.
So yeah. So what do you guys think? I mean, I know you guys aren't really caught up, but I mean, if you're familiar with the storyline, I mean, it's still would be cool to see because they're kind of limited, obviously. They're obviously when they do these crossovers, that's their version of the Justice League. It's no Batman, that kind of sucks. No Green Lantern yet, no Cyborg yet. But I mean, what do you guys think?
I mean, it sounds cool to me. I'm not. I could not get into the Legends of Tomorrow. And I liked Brandon Roth as the Atom. Sorry, that is the one thing my brain picked up on when you were talking about all that. But I liked him as the Atom in Arrow. I did not like him in the Legends. Of course, I saw 4 or 5 episodes of that the first season. So I don't know. But
yeah, well, Legends is kind of, man, it's hit or miss. Some episodes. What's that?
What's the girl who plays? No, it's not Katie Cassidy. It's the other one. Her sister.
Oh,
the White Canary.
She plays the White Canary. Yeah,
she gets on my nerves.
Yeah, I agree with you there. I agree with the White Canary. If I'm not mistaken, I think the White Canary is just made up for TV. I don't even think she was a major character, even in the comics. But yeah, I agree with you there.
Yeah, that's why I couldn't get into Legends of Tomorrow. So, but
truthfully, Legends of Tomorrow it's hit or miss. It's fun to watch. I mean, it's very just over the top and it's quirky, it's goofy. It's more comical than it is anything else. But for me, especially they brought in Constantine recently, and I think his name is Matt Ryan. Could be wrong. I think that's his name. Who plays Constantine. He had his own show. He did one season for NBC, and then they canceled that show. But then they brought him in the Arrow and Legends of Tomorrow, and that guy's awesome. I love his version of Constantine. I love the way they did Constantine in that show. But if it wasn't for him and Mick Heatwave, I would just not probably watch that show at all. But those two guys they're awesome. But yeah, Legends of Tomorrow, it's kind of a hit or miss. It really is. I mean,
what's his name?
Leave it.
Heatwave. That's Dominic Purcell, right?
Yeah. Yep. Mick Rory, I think is his gimmick name on the show. But yeah, Yeah, him and his brother, or not his real life brother, but they were brothers in Prison Break.
Yep.
But
Wadsworth Miller or Michael Wadsworth or something that played
Wentworth.
Yeah.
Played Captain Cold. And
Yeah.
a
And
very good
Flash.
Captain Cold.
Yeah. Well, he's part of Legends of Tomorrow. No.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. Yeah. They villains become superheroes in that one. So
Yeah.
that's pretty cool, man. But yeah, I mean, although like, sorry, what's up?
No, go ahead.
Oh well, I was just gonna say like, this crossover thing's exciting. I'm looking forward to it, but of course we all know it's the end of Oliver Queen and the Green Arrow, and I just in general just Stephen Amell is the man. Like just in general, like I like him as a person. He seems like I mean obviously I don't know him, but he seems like a great dude. He does a fantastic Green Arrow. He's pretty good in the ring too. I mean, he was in SummerSlam a few years back. He's done some indie work. And
he did that. What's that fitness show? American Ninja Warrior or something like that.
Oh yeah, yep, yeah, he did that. And then he's actually going to be starring on a Stars TV show based on independent pro wrestling. He's a promoter / wrestler in this show, and it's like a thriller drama about like the life of a pro wrestler trying to balance business and family. I guess it's supposed to be on Stars, so I'm sure it's going to be like a little on the darker, gritty side, which is kind of cool because a lot of people don't see that in pro wrestling. Obviously, Pete, you and I have seen the dark underbelly of the business a few times, but
oh my God, yeah. I just got into an argument with some guy. We were talking about that, and he was talking about how what did I say? I said something about we were talking about something, and it was a joke I made. He was like, who would if anybody could train you, who would it be? And I said Chris Benoit, and he was like, oh, I can't believe you'd say that. I'm like, why? I was like, I'd have Owen Hart help him. I was like, and I said, I said, do you know what's something? I'd start making jokes about like Owen Hart and Eddie Guerrero and Chris Benoit and all this shit. And the guy's like, I can't. I said, dude, I spent 9 years doing that shit. I'm like, once you're in that business, I'm like, you could desensitize that. And he's like, well, I don't think you're right. I think that the average person's experience in the wrestling business would differ very greatly from yours. I'm like, you don't even know what you're talking about, motherfucker. I'm like, you're the kind of person that goes to a goddamn show and will beg a wrestler to fucking jerk off in front of him to get a picture, bitch. I'm like, sit down.
Ooh, yeah.
Sit down. Like, no.
Well, then.
No, dude, don't. I've went at it with these fucking marks before about that shit. I'm like, no.
Yeah.
Don't, I'm like, yeah, dude, that business is dirty. It's disgusting. She's a cruel mistress. She is a cruel mistress because you always want more. Dude, if I could,
right? I mean,
if I could step in the ring this weekend, my fat old out of shape ass would fucking have my goddamn gear bag, and I would be working a show. I would be wrestling in a fucking t-shirt because I'm way out of shape for that shit. But I would be working again if I could.
And that's the thing, man. Like wrestling it's one of those things, man. You love it's a love-hate thing. Yep. No one understands it unless they're a part of it, You can't explain it. You just can't explain it to people.
Yeah.
Which is, I mean, I guess that's part of the magic in it, I guess.
It is.
But it'd be cool to see Stephen Amell playing that because obviously the guy he's passionate about it. He's trained. I mean, he can work. So
that's where he started, though.
Did he start in pro? Was he an indie wrestler before all that?
He was trying to be in it. I don't know. I don't follow wrestling enough to know, but
I didn't know that about him.
Yeah, that's where his background is.
Oh damn! Well, that makes sense though. I mean, he's in great shape. He knows how to play a character. That would because even seeing like his acting abilities, like he, Green Arrow, he's more dark, more serious. Basically, Green Arrow's he is the Batman of the Arrowverse.
Mm-hmm.
And then he did the what did he do? He did this Ninja Turtles 2, where he played Jace. Is that his name? Am I right?
I haven't seen the second. I haven't seen the second one of the Ninja Turtles, the new ones. What is that? The Secret of the Ooze or something? I don't know. I can't remember the name of it.
Well, he's in that as the hockey Jace, the hockey guy.
Oh, Casey
And,
Jones.
Casey Jones.
Casey
Casey
Jones,
Jones.
there it is. Damn, I don't know why
Okay.
I'm thinking Casey.
Oh shit, I have seen that. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. Brain fart.
I've got
But
the
yeah,
fucking
Casey
DVD.
Jones. There, yeah, he says it. Yeah, he got it. Yeah, Casey Jones, man, he did where he was kind of like quirky and goofy in that. Which Casey Jones, but see, I like Casey Jones from the original Ninja Turtles movies, like the old '90s ones.
Eli
I think-
Cotillas.
Yeah, that guy did. I think Amel was comparable though, so that was what made it good. So, that will be pretty sweet to see. Let's see how he does in the rest. of
I
them.
I don't think that Arrow would have worked without Stephen Amell, honestly.
No,
Like I can't picture anybody else playing that character, but I just don't
You're
think it would have been as successful as it has been. I mean, I know it's
I can-
canceled and everything, but
I can tell you one guy who would make a fantastic Green Arrow. I've been saying this even before. I think they released like a rumor article recently about this, but I've been saying this for years. Charlie Hunnam as the Green Arrow.
he was wasn't he originally signed up for that and then he dropped out or something?
No, he was supposed to be in 50 Shades of Grey.
Oh, there you go. Okay.
That's what, because that was a big deal coming off of Sons of Anarchy. He was supposed to be in
Yeah, I feel like
50
they
Shades
came
of
out at the
Grey.
same time then.
Yeah.
But I think like when we look at like what Green Arrow used to, what like the older comics, Charlie Hennon, he has like the perfect. I know this is just a small detail, but the goatee where it like points out, Charlie Hennon can do that perfectly, and he has like the blonde hair, the slick. I mean, he would be like a perfect Oliver Queen on the big screen. But I agree with you with Stephen Amell though, like he made the show, and nobody.
Yeah.
I haven't heard one negative feedback about Arrow and Stephen Amell as Oliver Queen. I've never heard anything bad about it. And even if I did, I would disagree 100% because Stephen Amell's great as Green Arrow.
And he's freaking adorable too. So
he is adorable. I would I would. I mean, I shamelessly say that. I mean, I have a man crush on Stephen Amell, hardcore.
I was gonna say I'm more of a Grant Gustin guy. He looks like
I like him too.
He's the front spoon. He's a little fella, and he could probably cook breakfast too. Which
I don't even like to cuddle, and I'm okay with this.
And that's the thing. Like Ezra Miller, oh God, no.
Oh
like,
God, no.
The personality was almost like okay. I dig you're grasping Barry Allen's personality.
Yep.
But the look, nope, not there. Didn't do it for me. The suit was sweet, but everything else about Barry You
mean that suit that he wore to that award show that looked like a giant butt plug?
Yeah, I was gonna say, dude.
I was looking at Justice League. I mean, because obviously that was really the main movie he was in. Like, he looks like a damn like Power Ranger.
Yeah.
I was like, that's pretty freaking cool. I mean, but yeah. No, I'm with you on that though, Pete. Grant Gustin.
Yeah, I would rather see him portray the Flash in the DCEU than Ezra Miller. And they were talking about recasting him because now Jar Jar's starting to work on Justice League 2. So
okay.
I am I'm worried about because I love the Flash, the character, and I'm like,
I do too.
I was like, I don't want to see Ezra Miller play him again. I really don't.
No.
I don't. He wasn't, like I said, he was almost like his character was like a fanboy of everybody else, I mean, and I don't know. I mean, how old was he supposed to be in that? I mean, Ezra Miller, he reminds me of like a dollar store Chris Kattan, which is like you buy Chris Kattan at Dollar General. You buy Chris Kattan at Dollar General, and then you would get Ezra Miller at like Dollar Tree.
Nice. Okay.
I don't. I just don't. I don't like. I didn't like him as Flash. I really didn't.
I didn't either, man.
Because I like Justice League. I'm not an apologist for it, but I'm just saying I enjoyed it. It wasn't the best, but I really think that DC's got a badass thing coming up with Wonder Woman 1984. Man, Patty Jenkins killed it with the first one, and can you imagine what it would have been if Patty Jenkins had directed Thor: The Dark World? I think it would have been a lot better. I don't think people would be lauding the
don't try to put us in the middle of you and Alex on that one.
I'm not. I was gonna say fuck Thor Ragnarok.
Dark World was not my favorite Thor movie.
No, it wasn't good. And I used to like Thor
No.
Ragnarok until somebody helped me turn my life around like the Jehovah's. You know what I mean?
Oh
Help me find the
no!
watchtower, man. Help me find the watchtower and shit.
Good grief!
But
Link likes here talking about Ezra Miller as the ultimate Spider-Man. Could you imagine that? Ugh.
No, barf.
No.
Ugh.
To go back to what Will is talking about here, I feel like in theory, it would be cool, but there's a lot of moving parts that I'm not sure. That it makes me a little nervous. Not gonna lie.
It does. I mean, we're so used to ML, so I mean, yeah, it would be different. So Monica, because you're the bigger Arrow fan here, what do you think? I mean, this is this is the Green Arrow's last hoorah. You know, I mean, he sold his soul. It's a done deal. What do you think? You know, like, how's this gonna pan out here?
Well, I feel like the only reason Supergirl is still on the air is because of the Flash, and Flash is still on the air because of Arrow, because they all do the crossover. So I don't see the other shows. I was honestly shocked that Flash didn't get canceled as well. I have no idea how they're gonna make that work. I don't know. I'm honestly sad that it's ending because I really do enjoy that show.
Oh, me too. But so what they're doing, and I don't think that they were canceling Arrow because it was like, I mean, it might have been the ratings. I know there were some discrepancies there, but it basically just ran its course. They didn't want to overdo it, but there are so there's two rumors about they're planning on making a Canaries TV show.
Yep.
Based on all the versions of Black Canary. Again, going with all the multiverses coming together. And then doing a show based on, because if you watch the latest season of Arrow, you see the flash forwards of Green Arrow's daughter, Maya Queen. And, she's the new Green Arrow, pretty much. And then you have John Diggle's adopted son, Connor Hawke, and then who's Wild Dog's daughter, and then there's who's the other Oliver Queen's other son, his other son William, who's awesome in the show. So that's the new Team Arrow, and they're gonna base the show off of that apparently.
Yeah, and that's where I'm in my head. I'm assuming that it was just Stephen Amell is like, you're going woke, I'm out kind of thing. But
I mean, he's on the bigger and better things, I guess. But yeah.
But I don't see. Can you see the Flash going, a season without, unless they just keep like doing like a flashback, or like where Stephen Amell does like a guest appearance on an episode or two. Like, I just don't know how they can make that work. I mean,
they left everything. They left it open because at the end of the last season, when they did the flash forward, it shows how everybody finds Felicity and all that, and then she meets up with the Monitor, the Monitor, and they talk about seeing Oliver Queen, and he tells her, if you do this, you can never come back, and she says, and she goes to that portal, thing on so Oliver Queen is not technically dead, so
right.
That leaves it open for him to come back, whenever. So that's kind of cool, and I mean, I expect that. I mean, I'm sure it's going to happen.
And that's what I mean. I just don't see, the Arrowverse extending out past, him being gone for the season. So
it'll fail. I mean, even like with Black Lightning, they did Black Lightning, which a guy I worked with, big comic book guy, and we were talking about this Black Lightning guy. And he's like, Black Lightning's cool and all. And I get what they're trying to do, with that show and that gimmick, but he's not a relatable character to me.
Right.
And the show just is bombing. I know that I guess they're bringing him into the crossover as well, which that's probably the only thing that's gonna save him in that whole show. I watched like maybe like 3 or 4 episodes of the first season and kind of lost interest. Not I mean the character's cool, the gimmick's cool, I dig it. But just the story just didn't. I like the guy who plays him too. But the story just didn't. Just didn't. I don't know. I didn't vibe with it or something.
Yeah.
I guess probably he's not a relatable character. I guess. So yeah, that kind of. So we'll see. Without Green Arrow, I don't know how this show's gonna. How this. I mean, Flash is still going strong, so we have hope. But
Well, we'll see.
yeah, I guess we will.
Isn't the Flash like pretty much completely woke now though? Didn't they just go full on woke with that?
I haven't finished all of those seasons, so.
So it kind of depends, man. Of course, I haven't completely seen it that way yet. Flash still remains the strong, the strongest protagonist of the show.
Yeah.
They've given Iris West a little more power, I guess. I mean.
That's fine.
But yeah, and I mean, yeah, I actually I like the chick who plays Iris West. So
yeah.
Is it Candace? Doesn't matter. Anyways.
Yeah, I think so. But I find a lot of characters like they made a lot of characters annoying. I mean, if the Flash's daughter comes into it, I don't want to spoil it for you, repeat, but and I'll try not to, but I'll beat around the bush here. But basically, the Flash and Barry and Iris's daughter goes back to the past and the future. She's kind of annoying. And then so there's just certain characters that are a little irritating. Even going back to Arrow, like honestly, I can't stand Felicity too much.
I never liked her either.
Wait, is that his girlfriend?
Yeah.
I love just the actress, dude. I love her.
I like her as an actress and a person and everything. I just did not like her in. I don't know. Something was off with it.
They portray her in this show is just like Green Arrow is supposed to be what Dinah Lance or Laurel Lance. Not Felicity Smoke. I mean, I know they've revamped the comics over and over and over, but it's always been, Green. Like even I think in the newest video game, the main story was Black Canary, Laurel Lance, and Green Arrow. Like in that main story of like Injustice or something, Justice 2, I think it is. They're like a main part of the campaign of that game, and even throughout the comics, it's like Lois and Clark, and it's supposed to be Black Canary and Green Arrow, not Felicity Smoke. I don't know, I just didn't like it too much.
I didn't either. Something was off with her. I just didn't.
Yeah.
I could tolerate her, but
But that's it.
Yeah.
I didn't realize she had a head.
You're like,
Pete.
What?
I gotta go big league.
I was just like, I don't know. Hey, she has a head. She has a face. What is this sorcery you speak of?
I see what you're saying, though, Family. She's an attractive woman. I mean,
she's a dime, man. She's a dime. I'm not gonna lie. She's got a banging body. I thought she was cool.
Quarter, bro. She's a quarter, even. I mean,
the daughter's a quarter, or is the mom is a quarter? The daughter must be a dime. Something like that. Is that how the Outcast song went? Because the whole world. I'll sing that bitch. I know that whole goddamn song. Do the Killer Mike verse too. No, I
would be disappointed if you didn't.
I've rapped that goddamn. I've karaoke'd that song so many damn times.
Okay, good.
That's something we got. That's something that like I want to do. Like me and Sal were talking about this. Like when we finally get to meet and shit. I'm like, there's so many like people on like YouTube that like I talk to on a regular basis that I would love to like just get to hang out with. I was really disappointed I didn't get to go to Cincinnati this year. Because I planned a trip to Cincinnati, go down and visit Jeff from World Class Bullshitters and Brian Lape and Loudy. And with my parents' health and shit, I was gonna go to work for my dad, which would have like paid me enough money to like bankroll my trip and everything, and have some left over. But I didn't get to, so I was kind of bummed out about that. But there'll be another time. So I'm trying to get up.
The whole lake, bro.
You do, man. You and your fiance and the boy got to come up, man.
Absolutely, man.
Like I said, I know you guys. You were trying to get up here camping this year, so. Oh,
work, man.
We do. We have a blast. Oh, like Adam says, I would legit karaoke with all you, dude. That would be like a place to be reviews. A place to be reviews.
No.
Raiders of the Lost Flicks co-sponsored karaoke jam.
I will be the video recorder.
Oh no, you gotta sing.
Oh God, no. That's why I dance, because I can't. I promise you, you don't want me to sing.
You gotta get up there.
I'll do karaoke with you, Pete.
Oh,
Yeah.
absolutely, Sal.
I will run the video
Absolutely.
camera, or I'll dance around, but I will not sing.
What is that? We'll do like in the office. We'll sing "Islands in the Stream," like Jim and Michael did at the party at Jim's house. We'll sing "Islands in the Stream." It's funny. Me and my buddy's wife have a long running tradition. We sing, always do a "Picture" by Kid Rock and Cheryl.
Oh no!
Crow. But it like
everybody karaoke's that.
Yeah.
But like no, we don't sing the song. We'll sing like the first couple lines of the song, and then like when it breaks out into the individual verses, we just like sit there and insult each other. Like that is like straight up that is how we do. We sit there and just like talk shit to each other while we're singing. It's funny. Like she'll be singing, I'm just like running my mouth to her. Like it goes back and forth. But yeah, because we legit like we hate each other, but we love each other at the same time. It's been like yeah. But let's see. Wait. Lincoln X 7 says I want to see Monica bust a move.
I know. I just responded. Obviously, he doesn't know.
Move.
Yep. I can rap. That's actually bust a move. That's another song that I can rap perfectly for karaoke.
Oh, I can rap for you.
No.
I've done that. I want to see Monica rap.
I can do that.
We'll do Beastie Boys by Paul Revere. If anybody knows that one, that's yeah. No, nobody really.
Nah.
Raiders.
Maybe.
Fucking Adam knows it be Paul Revere from the Beastie Boys. That was off their first CD, Licensed to Ill. Yeah, that's
I
that's old school Beastie Boys, man. It's like Brass Monkey and shit like that. Like Slow and
I had
Low.
a few of those during the Lions game.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
No, we're not. No.
No football talk. No football talk tonight. We'll save that. We'll save that for yeah. See, I was
man.
I was talking about this. I might have,
don't do it too much.
no do a separate channel for just sports. That's all.
Okay.
Because I can't invent another day of the week. If you want to hear me talk sports tomorrow morning, I'll be on Goober Brothers Entertainment. Doing a morning show called Crossing Streams, and it's not gay. And we're going to do a little sports ball.
Are y'all sword fighting? Just kidding. I'm sad. I'm sad I won't be on there.
Yep, we're getting.
I enjoy Cody's sports ball talk.
Yeah, it'll be fun. Because like I said, I don't get to talk about sports that much, so it'll be especially with the Yankees making the playoffs. Sorry, Tigers fans. Yeah, we got the Twins in the first round too. So
My face literally looks like my emoji right now.
But yeah, so I don't know. So Arrow is ending this year. This is the last season. What is it? You said season 8, Will?
That's right.
Season 8. Stephen Amell has built himself up a nice little career out of this role. He used it like a stepping stone, like he should. I mean, and you don't want to overstay your welcome, because then you just become a parody of yourself. And trust me, I've done that a million times in my life. I'm a walking parody of myself. I mean, hello, have you seen me? But no, I mean, I think good for him. Like I said, man, he seems like a likable guy. You never hear anything bad about him. He doesn't ever have any bad press. He's not out virtue signaling and being a douchebag.
He's a solid dude.
Yeah, he seems like he would be like somebody you could sit down and like have a beer and like talk to and like have a conversation.
Well, he produces wine. He has his own wine line. Is that a thing? Wine line?
He has a line of wine.
Yeah, it's called Knocking Point.
I can appreciate a good wine. I know I could appreciate a good wine, definitely.
Yeah.
I like the dark reds though, man. That's my shit.
He's got them all. And a couple of his are Like I don't know if they're advertised or like help, made with a lot of the Arrow characters, like the actors.
They make them out of the characters.
Yep, they draw their blood. No.
The most diabolical wine this side of the Mississippi.
The characters come and help like develop, their flavors and shit like that.
That's sweet.
That's cool.
What's the name brand?
It's called Knocking Point with a K.
Knocking Point. Okay.
I've got I just picked up my libations for this weekend because there won't be any content between Saturday and until Sunday night. Sunday night is the premiere of The Walking Dead. So 15 minutes after The Walking Dead ends, I will be going live for about an hour to discuss the season premiere of The Walking Dead, which I already watched it. But no, I'm not doing any
How did you do that?
I subscribe to a channel on YouTube, and he has AMC Premiere, which they get him a week before. So he streamed the entire. He streamed it live, like streamed the entire. Fuck yeah, it was good. I'm not giving anything other than that away. Then it was good.
Ooh.
It was good.
Like, I'm not gonna lie, man. I kind of felt after Rick Grimes was gone, man. I was like,
Dude.
And then it all came on Netflix, and I just caught up, whatever.
Yep.
And no, man, I think it was pretty decent. I mean, I'm more on Fear the Walking Dead right now, but
Oof. I'm sorry. That show. This season was horrible. Like
I heard it was taking a wrong turn.
Oh my god, dude! For the cast, okay, you've got I did a review of the season finale, because I quit reviewing it. It got so shitty, and I'm like, we weren't watching the episodes. We stopped because we always watch on Sunday nights, like Fear and The Walking Dead, and like we stopped watching Fear on Sunday and wouldn't watch it till like Thursday.
Oh
yeah,
man, dang.
Yeah. So we were like, I remember the one because they were a bunch of like. The episodes were slow as shit. They didn't make any sense. They really went nowhere. And we were sitting there, the wife and I were sitting there watching one, and we're like 15 minutes into it. And I try to like never touch my phone when I'm watching that show. It's like I don't want to get on my phone. I don't want to check my, anything. I want to focus on the show. And I looked over the first commercial break, and she's sitting there and she's on her phone. I'm like, really? She's like, this is fucking bad. I'm like, okay, so it's not just me. I can complain. But yeah, man, it just got, then the season finale didn't really, I don't know. Like, I don't want, if you're watching it, I don't want to give it away. If,
No, I mean, I've seen last season. I've seen all last season. I liked last season, but like I've heard bad about the current season.
Oh, you haven't seen season 5. You haven't seen season 5 yet.
No. Yeah, I'm a season behind. So.
Okay. Yeah. Well, just. Season 4 that was the villain. They had that old lady that wore the socks with the sandals. Like, how the fuck is this old lady with a walker on a stick your goddamn villain? Like, what the fuck? Like, what?
I know. Yeah. I mean, I like how they did the backstory of why she became that way, but it was like, okay. I mean, so did everybody else in the zombie apocalypse. I mean, it ain't.
I couldn't. After the ranch season of that show, I was just kind of dumbfounded because like that they had a lot of potential, and then they got to the stadium and all that, which was kind of I don't know. But Walking Dead this season is going to be really kick ass, man.
I might watch it then episode by episode.
Yeah,
I'll buy them on Amazon. So
okay, all right. Yeah, it was really, really, really good. The premiere, I was happy as shit with it, man. Like they always have good because Greg Nicotero usually comes out and directs the premiere or the season finales or both. And Greg Nicotero is the OG when it comes to that shit. The zombie effects and everything. Like he makes the best walkers, man. They're that he is a true he's badass in that. Sal, are you a Walking Dead fan?
I was right up until 2015, and I just kind of fell off of it.
Okay.
No particular reason. I was on the other side of the planet, and I couldn't keep up with it anymore.
Oh well, yeah, that's a good reason then.
Yeah.
Shit.
To cool thing. What have you been down to Georgia where they film The Walking Dead?
I have not. My parents go down there around that area, but I've never got down there. And I follow one of the other channels on YouTube. There's a couple Walking Dead channels I subscribe to. One of them's called the PT channel, and he's done like the Walker Stalker cruises and stuff like that. And he's gone down to Georgia, around Atlanta, to see the sets, and he's posted pictures and videos, which are pretty cool. I would definitely like to visit it.
So I've been to Sonoya twice.
Okay.
I've seen Alexandria up close in person. I've been to Walking Dead Cafe. I've been on the railroad tracks from season 4.
Nice.
Dude, it's something, man. I have some pictures. Maybe I'll shoot some your way when I get a chance. They're not spectacular, you know. It's heavily guarded. There's a lot of security. You can't like go inside Alexandria, but you can see the entrance with like the burnt down house. And I think one time I was down there during the season where they had the box truck, and I was parked out in front. Man, it was really cool, man. It's really cool to see. And then you go into the Walking Dead Cafe, and down in the basement they have the museum of the props.
Okay.
And stuff. Man, it was so cool, man. You really nerd out with that. You guys,
yeah.
But yeah, Sonoya is a cool little town because that's where Woodbury. That was Woodbury during season 2 and 3.
Yep.
So that's pretty cool too. You know, you're walking pretty much through Woodbury. But yeah, man, it's cool, man. They got a couple of nice little restaurants in there, and yeah, it was awesome, man.
That's definitely something I'd love to get down there and check it out. Like I said, now that my kid's a little bit older, traveling distance with them will be a little bit more feasible, you know. So, Chris Wicks is taking off. Hey, man.
Brother.
Thank you for tuning in, Chris, and supporting us. So thank you, man. I really appreciate it. So you have yourself a good day, and I think we've pretty much hit the bullet points here. We're at 2 hours and 30 minutes. It's 11 o'clock. So I think this is a good place to wrap it up. MJ, thank you for hanging out.
You're welcome. I was just about to text you.
I've been watching my phone. That's why you see me looking over to the side while I'm on camera. It's like, did she message me and ask for the hook yet? You know, she just need me to come out to mom and take the ball.
It's 10:02 here. I was waiting 3 more minutes, and then I was out.
Yeah, so I forget you're an hour behind. Yeah, and I know you said you got some stuff to do. So absolutely, this is about the spot where unless anybody has anything else I want to add, I'm gonna take this quick moment to say, there's we're back to the skiff, the scene on the skiff. I love it. We've got tomorrow morning, like I said, I'll be on Goober Brothers Entertainment for Crossing Streams. Friday night on the Fan Cast. I think Fatal J is going to be on the Fan Cast with us Friday night.
Yeah.
Yep.
I saw that on Adams.
Yeah.
The other day.
Yep. So Fatal J will be on there with us Friday night with myself and Groovinator and Cuck Muffin and Cap and Die and LM Hentai Pro. So we'll be
I'll be in the chat.
or as I like to call LMP now, Easter Island. So
oh no.
So with that being, let me say give it over to my man Sal. Sal, go ahead and tell the folks where they can find you. Oh, Alex is going to be on there too. All right, Link Elect 7 will be on Friday night too. We have a big show. Salvador.
You can find me here usually every other Wednesday, or you can find me at my channel 2 Cents Toys, where I review toys. And go subscribe if you want to hear me bitch about toys.
Yeah, if you're subscribed to my channel, you should be subscribed to Sal's as well, because we want to get him. He helped me get up over. He helped me get that last little push to get up over 100. So let's get. Are you still at 60, or have you got a couple?
I am at 61 now.
All right, 61. So we got 39. I know 39 people can just go over there and subscribe and watch some videos, some kick-ass toy videos. So thanks for being on again, Sal. I appreciate it, brother.
Absolutely. Thank you for having me.
Anytime, my man. Anytime. Sal was on the morning show with me. He was on About last night, Tuesday morning with me too. So I always enjoy having Sal as a guest. And Will Vendetta. Brother Will Vendetta, thank you for joining us again. And I hope you guys liked kind of what I did with the format tonight.
I did.
I wanted to do that. I mean, I think it worked well. I mean, I don't know. Like I said, we're constantly trying to improve and do things differently around here. I know Monica was happy she got the outline a little bit sooner than 8 o'clock tonight. So
Yeah, if anybody tuned into Monday's show, I got that outline about 5 minutes before I got the link.
we weren't even sure that we were gonna fucking do a show.
No, so it was bad.
Monday was a bad fucking day. It was like we looked just like should we even do this? Should we do this? And I was like, you know what? I'm like, do you want to record on Anchor? Go fuck it. We did a bill. It was a Bill O'Reilly. Fuck it. I'll do it live. And just went live.
I had to bail on you guys because I have a freaking truck and I had to work late. I had to work on my truck when I got off work. It was so it was a mess in a different way for me, I guess.
It's all good. It's all good, man. I understand. Like I said, I never take that to heart. But before I go, before I let Monica go here, we have one more thing we have to do.
Yes, I've been waiting. That's why I'm hanging on.
Before we take it home, and he was supposed to be on himself tonight, but Coach Loudy is a busy man. You know, he's got a lot going on, and he handles our segment we like to call "Who's Worthy of Mjolnir." So this is per Coach Loudy. Hang on one second here. Let me lean over.
I know. I'm like.
To my big ass thing of water that I don't want to pull. I don't want to pick it up, so bang the microphone on the table. All right. So, Who's Worthy of Mjolnir is a segment we started doing a while ago, and we've kind of ran with it. And so, Mjolnir decides who is worthy in a multitude of ways. Mjolnir understands those who are honest, kind, and look out for the good of others. At least that's how Mjolnir used to be. It seems at this point in time that Mjolnir just wants to be held by anyone as though it was an Amsterdam hooker on Black Friday. And it must be
Loudy.
This week, since I was remiss, I missed on Monday. I dubbed 2 liars to be worthy of holding Mjolnir. The lucky 2 are actually a husband and wife tandem.
Oh, God.
The lucky 2 are Cody and Brandy Rhodes. They have the audacity to claim that they hired Nyla Rose without knowing she or he was a transgender. As a very famous football coach, Luke Fickle once told me, you can lie to yourself, or you can lie to me, but don't lie to yourself. Congratulations, Cody and Brandy. You 2 are worthy of holding Mjolnir this week.
Oh my God. Oh my God.
Will, I knew you would get that one especially, bro.
AEW.
Shots.
I literally told him too. I was like, dude, I'm trying to keep up with these each week. And then he picks 2 that are gonna be hard as hell to sketch. Why is he doing this to me?
Who's worthy of Mjolnir? Cody and Brandy Rhodes are worthy.
Oh my God.
Oh, you need to get a theme song for this.
I know. I want to get an instrumental of that Bud Light. The Bud Light. Remember the commercials? So I can use that for when we do it on the podcast. I've got to find it.
The Man of Genius or whatever.
Yeah, the real Man of Genius. Yeah. Today we salute you, Mr. Transgender Wrestler guy who thinks he's a chick but really isn't because we can see your Adam's apple from a mile away.
I had to find some pictures, and yeah.
You weren't disappointed, were you?
Oh, it's very scary. It's very.
Let me rephrase that. I sketched the hammer into everybody that Loudy picks each week. So that's why I was looking for the picture.
Oh yeah, please tell us why.
Not because I was curious, because I needed a picture to reference.
Visuals, though. You gotta post a picture now.
Yep.
Ugh. Okay.
So with that being said, I think this is I think it's time to take it home. So, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for joining us as we executed Order 66, episode 66 of the Place to Be Reviews. I'm your host, Tepokuyan, in the Place to Be Reviews, and I have been here with all of yous. Thank you very much for joining us this evening, and I will catch you tomorrow morning, 9:30 Eastern Time on Goober Brothers Entertainment. Friday night, 8:30 Eastern on the Fancast, and October 19th watch party right here. We're gonna watch Unicorn Store, and then I have another movie. I'm gonna find a good horror movie on YouTube because I don't have time to do all the movies I want to do this month. So I'm gonna try to get a couple good ones in. But yeah, we're gonna do 2 movies in one night. We're gonna do Unicorn Store, and then I'm leaning towards Hellraiser. If I can find Hellraiser, if it's free on YouTube. So stay tuned. Check out the Place to Be Reviews page on Facebook. We got a group, the official Place to Be Reviews fan page. We're on Twitter, Instagram. Check us out. I'm Tepokuyan, signing out for my cast, my co-host. Have a great night, and if I don't see you, have a good day and a pleasant tomorrow.
Cubs win. Cubs win.
Later, guys.